So we will record this session and we will also share the recording session either by every day or end of the last day. But definitely we will record the session and we will share it with you. But yeah, thank you, Professor Sevuga Pandian. So yeah, and so what is this program all about is basically we would like to upgrade the industry skill 4.0. So when we say 4.0 skills, like there are a lot of skills we can cover under this 4.0. But here we are mentioning like data science and cloud computing. You all are about, I mean, you all are aware like today these two sectors and these two things are like very emerging or very booming. So we would like to, I mean, we are calling this as a industry 4.0 skills, and we basically through this program we would like to upskill this data science as well as the cloud computing skills. And yeah, this is going to be like 5 days of virtual program. Starts from today, continuously for the next 5 days, like 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So next continuously 5 days, Monday to Friday, we are going to have this session morning 9:30 to, I mean, morning 9:22 till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And of course, like it's going to be like 16 to 17 hours approximately. And so apart from our trainers, we are also going to invite the leaders from the EY Global Delivery Services. I think preferably by Wednesday, we will be bringing 2 or 3 experts from the EY Global Delivery Services who is going to talk about this data science and cloud computing. So they are the expert who is already working in this skills in this sector, and they're going to share with us a lot of insights about that. So we are going to bring the expert to talk about that. So that will happen mainly on Wednesday, but we will let you know about the timing, etc. But yeah, we will also bring the expert to talk about that. So these are all about the very basics of faculty development program. And of course, like to join this program, there are some eligibility criteria. And at the end of the 5th day, I mean, not at the end of the 5th day, once you complete this program, we will also give you the certificate. And even for the certification, there are some criteria to be followed. So we can see like what are the criteria to eligible for this program and what are the criteria to get the certificate. So when it comes to eligible, of course, we are requesting the faculty from the college which is approved by AICTE. So that is the first eligibility criteria. In case if you feel like your college is not approved by AICTE, then you may not be in the position to eligible for this program. But so yeah, the first eligibility is like your college has to be approved by AICTE. And of course, we are also looking for the faculties who is from the computer related department. It can be computer science, IT, electronics, data science. So we basically request the people from the computer science background. If it is like if you are from non-computer science background, it may not be helpful. Why? Because as I mentioned earlier, we want the professors or the faculty to upskill them and then go back and then teach your student also. So basically that is the reason we are requesting only computer science background teachers. So that is again one of the eligibility criteria. And of course, like we are requesting the professors or the faculty who ensures like you can definitely spend at least 17 hours in next 5 days. If you feel like, no, I can attend only first day, then remaining 4 days I can't do, then again, you may not be eligible for that. We really request people who really can put like who really put like 16 to 17 hours in next 5 days would be the eligible people for this program. And finally, of course, we are going to have a lot of practical classes. So we request if your line is on mute, please unmute yourself so that like it will not disturb the others. I request. Thank you, Siddharth, for that. But yeah, so I request all of you to have access with the computer with good internet speed, because like we are going to have a lot of practical classes in the next 5 days. It's not only theory, there will be a lot of practical classes. So I request to have access with the computer. So with a good internet speed, of course. So these are all the eligibility criteria. And now we can also see the certificate criteria. So we definitely need at least 70% of attendance. Out of these 5 days, we request you to attend at least 4 days. Of course, if you are, the mandatory is like to all the 5 days, but in case of some emergency, if you are missing this program, but we request at least 4 days, please attend this program, then only we can provide the certificate. And feedback, of course, like at the end of 5th day, we will be asking some feedback, or we will also sending you some sort of like feedback form. We request you to give the very honest feedback that will be helpful for us to develop or improve ourselves also. So we request your honest feedback for that. And Yeah, at the end of the program, through the LMS, so we have LMS portal. Through the LMS, we will also share you some sort of like assessment. We request you to done with the assessment. We request you to do the assessment. If you're not doing that, again, you may not be eligible for the certificate. So I'll also repeat that again. One is like minimum 70% attendance, and we want your honest feedback, and then completion of assessment. At the end of 50th day, we will be giving you the assessment. Please do the assessment, because that is also one of the criteria to get the certificate. And so definitely we also need to follow some sort of like norms for next 5 days to implement this program very successful. One is like, of course, active participation. Why active participation? We all know we are doing this in a virtual method. Like we may have like a lot of work. There are a lot of side meeting may happen, side work may happen. Some people may do some other work and they also attend this program. I kindly request, don't have any other engagement when you're in the session. So please do give your full participation in the session. And second norm is like, if you feel like you want to take notes, you want to do some sort of like taking notes, feel free. You can also have your notebook, or you can also take your notes in your systems, whatever you can do. But yeah, if you feel comfortable, if you want to take notes, feel free to do that. And whenever you feel like the concepts are not clear, feel free. You can also unmute yourself, or you can also put the chat box, message in the chat box saying like you're not clear with the concept. So you can, this is again one of the norm, like you have to be very clear with the concept, and also feel free to take notes. And of course, like as I mentioned earlier, we are going to have lots of hands-on training. So we will be having a lot of practicals. So I request to have individual devices, so that like you can also do some sort of like practicals. So again, that is one of the norm. And we already mentioned some sort of like softwares are very important for this program. In the email also we have mentioned that we are assuming that like you already downloaded those software. If not, please download those software, because again that will be very helpful for our practical classes. So that is again one of the norm. And again, so honest feedback we already discussed. And so yeah, using email ID, like moving forward, whenever we will also give you some attendance form. So in the attendance form or any registration, I would request you to follow the Outlook mail ID, so that like we will have maintained some sort of like uniformity. So it will be helpful for us to track, prepare the certificate, etc. So if you have a different mail ID, we may think like people are different people. For example, I register myself in 2 mail ID, then as an organization, I thought like there are 2 SaaS person attended this program. So moving forward, if you do anything, any login, any registration, any form filling, please use only one form. And if you use that, only one mail ID. And if that is like Outlook mail ID, that will be so great. So that is again one more norm. And so yeah, we discussed this already. Like it is like good to sit in a very quiet place with minimum or no disturbance, because again, online meeting means there are a lot of chances like we may get a lot of disturbance, and sometimes my internet may not be working. Sometimes the background is like too noisy. So we may have all these issues. So please ensure like you are attending this in a very quiet place with minimum or no disturbance. And yeah, so thank you so much. Like a lot of people have already joined the WhatsApp group. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, if you have not joined that, like you can also request, if any of your friends have not joined that, you can also request the people to join. And there are like 150 people are here. If you have not joined the WhatsApp group, you can also join the WhatsApp group. So in the WhatsApp group, what we have done is like we have mentioned only admin can put their messages. The reason is in the last meeting, we did not have this option in the last faculty development program, and people are putting a lot of messages in that. So some of the people have started to complain as like, sir, why are you allowing all these messages, etc. Then we thought like, okay, we should follow some sort of like norms. So that is the reason we have mentioned, like, we have some sort of like restriction in the WhatsApp group. So only admin can post any messages. In case if you want to reach out to us, you can also take our mobile number in the chat, in the WhatsApp, and you can also reach out to us separately. I'll also tell you like whom to reach out for what, like, but currently we have restricted all the people to put messages in the chat box. In the WhatsApp message, basically this is the request we came. It was like coming from the participant. That is what we have done that. But yeah, again, if you want to put any messages or if you want to talk anything to us, like feel free to ping us separately also. But yeah, I think with this, like I'm done with the basic introduction about this program. But yeah, so these are the norms. I hope like everybody, all the people have joined before I discussing about these norms, and I hope like people have also understood about this eligibility for the certificate as well as for the joining this program. So if you have any doubts on this, especially about this program, about this eligibility criteria, maybe you can also put that in the chat box. I can also respond to that. And with this also, I take this time to introduce my team member. We have like Shashank. So Shashank, are you there in the call?
Yes.
Yes, you can say hi to all of us.
Morning, all the faculty members who have joined.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shashank. So he is Shashank. You can also see his only noise is hearing, sir. Okay, maybe we can check that. So you can also get his mobile number in the WhatsApp group. If you have any doubt on LMS, he is going to talk about his LMS for next 10 minutes. If you have any doubts on LMS, you can also ping him separately. He will definitely help you out. And now we also have Siddharth. Siddharth, can you say hi to all of us?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Siddharth. And do we have a Prince here?
Yes, I think Prince is already here.
Yes,
Prince,
yes, I am
yes.
here.
Hi, can you say hi to all of us?
Hi, all. Hi, all.
Hi, Prince. So we have Prince and we have Siddharth, who is going to talk about a lot of software, a lot of applications. So whenever you have doubt any of this technical thing, you can reach out to Siddharth and Prince only for the technical stuff. For example, they talk about Power BI, and if you have any doubts on Power BI, definitely you can reach out to Siddharth or Prince. Again, like you can get their number in the WhatsApp, and you can also reach out to them like privately. And I just think like Namra, are you there in the call? Namra or Mauli?
Yes. Hi.
Namra, can you also say hi to all of us?
Hi, everyone. A very good morning. I hope you're starting the FDP at a very right note with all the energy coming from the introduction that we had. And I believe that you're going to have very fruitful sessions like Saswat has explained. In case you need any support beyond what is being taught, please feel free to reach out via WhatsApp or by even writing things here. And the recordings of the session will be available, but we would recommend that each one of you pay attention to the sessions being delivered. Thank you, Saswat. Over to you.
Thank you, Namra. Mauli, Vaibhav, are you here in the call? I think Vaibhav is not here. Okay. Namra, you want to say something? Okay,
no,
cool, Namra.
Saswat, we can get started.
Sure. So with this, like I hand over the session to Shashank, and all the best to all the faculty. And over to you, Shashank.
Thank you, Saswatan. Thank you for the introduction. Hello, good afternoon. Good morning to all the faculty members. My name is Shashank Shekhar. I am from EduNet Foundation, and for the next 5 to 7 minutes, I will be talking about the LMS registration, that how you will be able to do the registration on LMS and what is the benefit of having this LMS integrated into this FDP. Saswatan, can you unshare your screen? I'm sharing right now.
I think somebody has taken the control from me. I'm not able to stop sharing that. Siddharth, can you help me how to stop sharing the screen, please? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So all the faculty members, this is for your reference that I have just pasted a link in the chat, and this is the link for the registration form of FDP. It is nextgen.edunetworld.com registration-FDP batch number 3, right? So I have just pasted this link in the MS Teams chat box. What you need to do, you need to just click on this form. You need to just click on this link, and as soon as you click on this link, you will be landing on this page. Now this LMS we have created, the usefulness of this LMS will be that you will get all your study material on this particular LMS, all the study material that you will be attending for the next 5 days, all the study material. It would be PPTs, it would be handbook, it would be any other step that is related to this FDP you would get on this LMS. And next thing is you will get your attendance summary also on this LMS. And all the assessment related to this FDP, be it baseline assessment, be it endline assessment, or the end term assessment, you will get only on this LMS. So it is mandatory for all the faculty members who are attending this FDP to register on this LMS. You need to just click on this link. You will land on this page, and it will ask some basic details related to the faculty members. You can choose your unique ID card, but whichever ID card you want to mention, your proof number, your first name, your last name, your email address. Now for email address, I would recommend all the faculty members to use the email address which you have used for registering into this FDP. The same email address from which you have registered for this FDP. Please use this email address. It will be helpful for us to go ahead for the future course in this FDP. You can put your phone number here, gender, your date of birth, your college name that you are currently working with, your college address, city, district, your college pin code, your college state, educational qualification, your designation in the organization, and your years of experience. So these are the fields that you need to fill in order to register yourself on the LMS. And once you will be registered on this LMS, we will let you know on the WhatsApp that when you will be able to log in. Because after registration, there is some process will be done on the back end. We will do all these process from the back end, and once we are done with the things, we will let you know in the WhatsApp group that when to register, when to log in. So right now, what you need to do, you need to just register on this portal, and in the evening we will let you know to log in, right? And next thing is tomorrow in the morning we will be having one baseline assessment in the first 5 minutes on this LMS. So I request all the participants to please be on mute. Someone is on mute. Yeah, thank you everyone. So for today, the portal is open for registration for all of you. You have a whole day to register yourself. Please register yourself to get the maximum benefit from this FDP. Thank you everyone. Have a happy learning into this FDP. Looking forward for the great collaboration. Thank you everyone. Over to you, Saswatan.
One question.
Yes, I think there is a question from somebody. So
Is there any? Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, the link, can you send the link my mail ID or any other?
So it would be very difficult to identify, I mean, send it through the mail ID, but yeah, we have already mentioned that in the chat box, sir. You can get that in the chat box, but if you want, you can also, we can also mention that in the WhatsApp group. I will put that in the WhatsApp group also, but it's already up in the chat box, sir. You can use that link. Yeah, thank you so much.
Saswatan, one more request. You can put the WhatsApp group link in the chat box also, because some of the people, faculty members, are not joined WhatsApp group.
Sure, I'll do that.
All the faculty members, please register today on this LMS. The link will be open for today. Once you are registered, please. Yes, sir. Once you are registered, please. Once you are registered, please put the confirmation in the chat also that you have registered on LMS. And I would also request all the faculty members to kindly put their Outlook email ID in the chat box for the cloud subscription. I would request all the faculty members to please put your sir, you don't require to register as a student or faculty. When you click on this link, the form which is appearing on the screen, you just need to fill that form. Do not click on any as a registrar, as a student or faculty. I request all the faculty members to please put your Outlook email ID also in the chat box so that we can provide you the cloud subscription. Yes, Saswatan, over to you.
Sure. So Siddharth, I mean, Sharath, I'm sorry, Shashank, can we start the technical sessions now, or do we need to give some time for the registration?
You can give 5 minutes for the registration. We can get started in next 4 minutes, 9:55.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So people, you can take 3 to 4 minutes time. You can also register in the LMS. Meantime, if you have any challenges in facing the, challenges in filling the form, you can also let us know. But yeah, like you need to fill like a student or faculty. Don't go to this registered. Maybe I can also show that. I'll share my screen. Shashank, my screen is visible.
Yes.
So once you click the link, so I think this is the page you can see. So don't go here like register. If you
Sir, I
scroll
don't
down,
know how there is link, sir, LMS.
sorry, sir.
Sir, I don't know how the LMS link in the MS screen.
Yeah, it is in the
I am
chat box, sir.
pasting. I am again pasting in the chat box.
Yeah, thank you, Shashank. So yeah, once you open this LMS page, like this is the screen you can see. So don't go to this register column. You can also scroll down. You can see the forms are already available. There are a lot of people asking like, what is this unique ID card? You have to click that. There'll be some sort of like options are available. You can basically select one of this option, and you can also mention the number. For example, if you are mentioning Aadhaar card, then Aadhaar card number, PAN card number. And remaining all the other details are very simple. It's very basic informations. It will just take like 1 minute to fill that. So we can wait for 2 more minutes. And we have also given our eligibility criteria here also, which we have discussed like few minutes back. But yeah. So I'll stop sharing my screen. Again, I think in the norms, I missed one part, like, so kindly join on time every day. Every day we start our session at 9:30, but I request all of you to join by 9:20 because normally for next first 10 minutes, we usually have some informal catch up and games and all. So definitely we'll be enjoying the first 10 minutes every day for sure. I mean, the entire 3 hours we'll be enjoying, but first 10 minutes, it's like a game. But yeah, every day you can join by 9:20 and 9:30 we'll start the session. So I hope like with this, all of you done with the registration. If yes, like you can also show thumbs up by using the React button. I'll be waiting for thumbs up.
Sir, if you can share the link once again, please, in the chat box.
Sure, we'll do that.
Thank you.
Sir, I want to ask you one thing. Sorry to interrupt. Yes. Should I ask?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Sir, actually in the first name, doctor salutation doesn't include. So should I write my name without doctor?
Sorry, ma'am, what's the question? Sorry, come again.
Sir, in the registration section, first name.
Yeah.
First name, doctor salutation does not include. So should I write my name without DR?
No, you can also mention in the name itself, you can mention doctor, ma'am.
Yes.
Maybe.
Ma'am, and this is for everyone. The name that you're going to enter in the feedback form, in the registration form, we'll use the same name to create your certification as well. So whatever name you want to be reflected on your certificate, please enter your details in the same manner. So ma'am, if you put doctor as a salutation in front of your name, please write doctor and then your name. So as your certificate will bear the same details when we'll be releasing.
But when I submit button, when I click on the submit button, it says shows the error in the first name. Okay, I'm trying again.
Just try to remove this space, ma'am. When we would be creating the certificates, maybe we can then edit it accordingly. But if you're getting some error, just give some space with remove the space from doctor and your name.
Good morning, madam. I am also
enter valid first name without gap or with gap. In both cases, it shows please enter valid first name.
Oh, did you mention any dot?
DR is not
doctor dot. Did you mention any full stop?
Should be removed. Write DR,
yes.
then your name.
Sir,
Okay,
I have a single name, Nirupam, and it asks for second name also. So first of all, I put a dot, but it does not accept. So I have put Nirupam. But my name is Nirupam. So I request to you that put my single name in the certificate only, because the second name Nirupam itself reflects that it is just a redundant one.
So how to put the middle name into it? I'm not getting the options to put the middle name.
So put your middle name in the last name. Last name, suppose you have Kumar Singh, so put Kumar Singh in the last name.
Shashank, kindly make a note of that ma'am who is telling that first name and last name. We'll remove it from backend.
So yeah, I think we have mentioned honest feedback as one of the norm, and we are
Sir,
starting
nahi,
with
sir.
lot of honest feedback. Thank you so much for this feedback.
Completed my process.
I think I request all of you to mute yourself, please. I can hear my own voice. But yeah, so
I have muted you, Shashwatan, as well. I have
Yes.
muted all the participants. Please.
thank you,
unmute.
thank you, Siddharth. Thank you, Siddharth. So yeah, thank you so much for this feedback. Definitely, we will also do whatever changes required in the registration form. But I hope like everybody has done with the registration, and now we can also get into the session now. So I request Siddharth and Prince to take over the session, and over to you, Siddharth and Prince.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Shashank. Thank you, Shashank. Thank you. And Siddharth, you want to add, or I can hand over?
You can start, Prince. No issues.
Okay. So, very good morning to all the faculties. So this is a 5-day workshop. As you know, it is a fundamentals of cloud computing based on Azure platform. So in this 5-day workshop, we will learn about different things. Like today, we are mainly focusing on this basics of cloud computing as well as virtual machines, how you can create a virtual machine and deploy your virtual machines. That we will learn today. And tomorrow, we are mainly concentrating about other service on Azure cloud, that is MySQL and data warehouse and all other concepts. That is on the second day. And the third day, we are mainly focusing on the data factory concept. And the fourth day, machine learning and Azure. And finally, the final day, the Power BI, the Power BI tool with the Azure. So this is the main agenda for this 5-day workshop. And this workshop is mainly focusing a hands-on workshop. So I hope you all having an active Azure account, and it should be activated. We are mainly doing so many hands-on activities in Azure. So I hope you are having a active Azure account. So if you don't have the Azure account, you can drop your mail ID on the chat box, and Siddharth will help you to create an Azure account. So I am sharing my screen. We can start with what is cloud computing. So in between, if you have any queries, you can drop a message in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself, and I will try to answer the questions. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, Prince, your screen is visible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sid. Okay, so today we are mainly focusing on today's agenda is the basics of cloud computing. What do you mean by cloud computing? What are the advantages of cloud computing compared to the traditional methods? And what do you mean by virtual machines? And one hands-on activities, like we are going to create a virtual machine on Azure. And this 5-day workshop, we are mainly focusing on Azure cloud. As you know, there are different cloud vendors are available. That is AWS
Prince,
is there.
Prince,
Yeah.
Prince, your screen is stuck. Actually, can you reshare your screen?
Yeah, sure.
We can see only slide number 1, unit 1.
Oh, okay. I didn't change anything.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I think now it's visible in the learning objective. So this is the today's agenda. We will learn the cloud computing and with the Microsoft Azure. And in Microsoft Azure, different resources are there, different services Microsoft Azure is providing. We will see what all are the services by Microsoft Azure, and we are going to create a virtual machine as well. So this is the agenda for this session. So before the break, we are going to see all the theory things, what is the cloud, the fundamentals of cloud, the advantages of cloud, and all those things, properties of cloud. All those things we will see before the break time, and after the break time, we will start doing the hands-on. So in between, you can create your Azure account. Your Azure account be ready. Okay, so we can see what you mean by cloud computing. So cloud computing is nothing but it is, or you just imagine in your college, there may be your website is running, or you are having a server machine. You are having, or you are delivering a software, or your organization having 50 or 100 employees are there. You are having a software that is managing this 100 employees. Their data we need to store, some process you need to do in the backend side, everything in a server machine. So later on, the employee size may be increasing. So next year, employee or the total number of users of this particular software may be increased to 2,000 or 3,000 or after that 10,000. So you need to have a good infrastructure. You need to upgrade your server machine. Infrastructure you need to upgrade. So it will cost something more. So this is the traditional or the server client server model or the server based model. You need to upgrade, or sometimes the employee strength may be reduced because of COVID or some other things. You may force to reduce the strength of the total number of employees or total number of participants. You need to downgrade, or the server will be there, main server will be there, the hardware will be there. In the initial stage, you are assumed that it is for this much of it should store this much of capacity. The total employee should be this much of participant. So in future, you should have to improve. Sometimes you should increase, sometimes you should decrease. So you need to purchase a new server space. You should have an additional server. It cost. It highly cost, and you need to do some security as well. You need to have a backup. You need to maintain. Not to maintain a server is a very big thing. You need to have a good infrastructure. Cooling system should be there. Backup should be maintained, and some other stuff. So it is a very burden for your organization. So that is why we are using, in order to overcome all these difficulties, we can move to cloud service or cloud computing. The cloud computing is an online on-demand delivery computing resources, including servers. You can purchase a server, storage, database, and other services. All the hardware things you can buy or rent. We can say, just imagine you can buy some hardware, or you can not buy from the internet. Through the internet, you can rent some resources through the internet. That is what is called the cloud computing. Okay, so why we are using cloud computing? So just to see this scenario, there is a small software development team, and currently they are having 10 employees. Assume that there is having 10 employees. And in order to maintain their 10 employees, they are having a server machine. Okay, just having a server machine. There is a small software development firm. very small software development firm. Only 10 employees are there. In order to handle the 10 employees, they are having a small server. But it is a software firm. Regularly, the employee strength may be increasing. So next year, it may increase to 200, or after that, it may increase to 500 or 5,000, 10,000, and so on. In order to maintain all these things, the server capacity also should be increased. Or you need to, the software company, they need to purchase additional server for every year. You know the cost of the server. So every year they need to purchase a new server or new hardware things. It is very difficult or it is very costly, and it is time consuming as well for buying all the setup. You need to set up everything, every hardware things. It is very time consuming. Not only time consuming, it is costly as well. You need to purchase. You need to purchase the server. Not only the server, cooling system you need to maintain, security you need to maintain, backup, definitely backup should be, you should maintain, and some you know, to maintain the server you need to recruit some other person to maintain all those things. It is very burden for the organization, so time consuming and costly, and it requires a physical space. Definitely it requires this much of hardware is there. This hardware is there. Your physical space should be there, and power system and cooling system. Maintain and manage them requires experts. You need to hire an expert to do all those things. Actually, it is a software firm, but there should be server, and in order to maintain the server or this type of hardwares, we have to the organization have to spend too much of time and all other things. And with less utilization, focusing on troubleshooting should be there. It is a very big burden for the organization to maintain all these hardwares, all the backups. If something happens, maybe some attacks happen, some virus attacks, or some data may be deleted, to recover all those things, they need to spend so much more. It is a software firm. Their aim is to develop the software. This is a development team, but they need to concentrate that thing as well, the hardware, underlying hardware as well. So this is the traditional way. In order to avoid all these things, if you are implementing cloud over there, you can forget about all these type of things: server, maintenance, physical space, all those things. They can concentrate only on their part, the development part. Don't worry about this type of things. The server, how to maintain the server, how to backup. We don't worry about this one. All these things is handled by the cloud. That is the role of cloud. That is the main role of the cloud. So the cloud will provide you. If you want server, the cloud will provide you. If you want some storage, cloud will give you. You can do the development. If you are doing some development, you can mainly concentrate on the development. Don't worry about the underlying things. What is operating system? What is the hardware? You just forget everything. You can mainly focusing only on this development if you are a developer. So that is why we are using cloud. Okay, so in cloud computing, you need to buy a new resource. For example, suppose currently in the previous slide you have seen the small organization, so small software firm with 10 employees. But after some time, the employee size has increased to 50. Then they need some additional hardware, some additional resource, some more storage space. It is an additional resource. If you are using cloud, if you're not using cloud, what you need to do? You go and purchase a new server, physical server, and install in your organization. It will go, the physical space will be lost. But if you are implementing cloud, you can no need to buy a new resource. No need to buy. You can take rent from the cloud. The cloud will provide you new resource. And the global accessibility of all resources. Global accessibility. You can access this server or this resource anywhere in the world because it is through the internet. All the resources we are accessing through the internet. But in the normal scenario, what we are doing, if it is in the office, the server, storage space, everything will be there. You have to go there to access the things or some particular resources. But it is in a cloud, you can access from anywhere. That is one advantage of cloud. Ready to use setup availability. Availability, it is 100% available. All the time it is available because the cloud is always available. But if you are installing the server on your own space, your own office space, you are purchasing a new server, installing in your office space, sometimes it is a machine, sometimes it may be a crash, some power failure may happen, sometimes it may be getting shut down. During that time, it will not be available. So if you are doing in a cloud, it is always available. That is another advantage of cloud. And pay as you go. How much payment you need to go, pay with the cloud? Suppose if you are purchasing a storage space, if you are purchasing currently, suppose in your organization, 10 employees are there. In 10 employees, you need to have, you just purchase 10 GB. Assume you just purchase for 10 employees, you need to have 10 GB. Assume 10 GB. So you need to pay only for the 10 GB rent for the cloud because you are purchasing from the cloud. You are using the resource from the cloud. You need to pay the resource that you are using. For next month, suppose you are not using this 10 GB, you can delete the resource. You can delete, no need to pay anything. So pay as you go. But in the traditional way, if you are purchasing a storage space, a server machine in your office space, if you are using or not using, you have to pay for that one, or you have to spend something for that. The server will be there, the physical space will be there, storage will be there. Whatever it is, if you are using or not using, it is there. You have to maintain it. You have to maintain it. Expert should be there. Security measure you have to follow. Backup should be followed. Everything you need to concentrate on that one. So it is very costly. But if you are using the cloud, pay as you go. That is another advantage of cloud if you are implementing cloud on your organization. And fault tolerance. You don't worry about this crashing. If you are installing the server in your office space, if something happened on the server, you are the responsible person, or your organization is the responsible one. You have to maintain these things. If it is crashed or some power failure happened, system shut down, some power failure, cooling system failed, hardware failed, you are the responsible one if you are using the traditional server approach. Server is installed in your organization, and if anything happened in that server, you are the responsible one. You have to recover it. Backup and recovery, security you need to maintain, and some other cooling system, some power issues, everything you need to maintain. But if you are purchasing the resource from the cloud, just ignore all those things. You don't worry about these type of things. Everything will be handled by the cloud vendors. Everything is handled. Everything. Security, they will handle. No, you don't worry. Power failure, backup, recovery, you don't worry about all those things. You just use the resources and you do your work. Rest of the thing is handled by the cloud vendors. So that is why, that is the advantages of cloud. That is why most of the organizations are recommended or they are migrated to cloud. So these are the benefits. If in between, if you have any queries, you can definitely post your queries in the chat box if you have any queries. So these are the benefits: flexibility, disaster recovery. Okay, disaster recovery, the cloud will manage, cloud service will be protected. So in between, what are the cloud providers? What are the famous cloud providers? The number one is Amazon Cloud, AWS. AWS is the world largest cloud providers. They are having, I think, 40% of all of the market space. So Amazon Cloud is there. Then second one is Azure Cloud. That is we are going to discuss in this workshop. Azure Cloud, that is also by Microsoft. Azure Cloud. Then Google Cloud is also there. IBM Cloud is there. So these are the some cloud vendors. So in this workshop, we are focusing on Azure Cloud. Azure Cloud. So any cloud service, we are having these benefits. Flexibility, disaster recovery, everything is handled by the cloud vendors. We don't worry about this type of things. Automatic software updates. If software update is coming on the cloud vendor, will do all those things. If you are not using this cloud and you are using the server machine and your own machine, your own hardware things, means you have to do all those things. Software maintenance, software update, antivirus installation, everything, security maintenance, networking, everything you have to do. If you are not using cloud, if you are using the cloud, just ignore all those things. It will be handled by the cloud. And it is a pay as you go. If you are using some resources, you have to pay only for that particular resource. For next month, if you don't want, you don't use it and no need to pay. So that is another advantage of cloud. Okay, document control, security is the location independent. From anywhere you can access this cloud service. And scalable, you can easily increase the resource size or decrease it. If the organization strength is going to increase to 10 to 500, you can scale your resources. If you are currently using 10 GB storage per month, if employee size is increased to 500, you can scale your storage to 500 GB easily. Very easily, you can scale your resources. Not only you can degrade or upgrade. You can degrade or upgrade. If your organization strength is going to be increased, you can upgrade your resources. If you are using 10 GB, you can go for 500 GB, but you need to pay for usage. But if you are downgrading, if your employee strength is going to decrease to 500 to 100, then you don't need this much of storage or this much of resource. Then definitely you can downgrade it. If currently you are using 500 GB storage from the cloud, you can downgrade to 100 GB or something. But that is not possible in the traditional server-based things. If you are having a server, it is physically there itself. If you are using or not using, if the current strength is going to increase or decrease, the server will remain same. Server will remain same. If you are using the cloud, you can also upgrade or downgrade. That is scalable. And cost efficiency. You don't need to pay. You need to, if you are using a server in your organization, you have to cooling system. You need to bother about this cooling system, power supply. You need to electricity charges and maintenance charges and some other security maintenance, disaster recovery, backup should be maintained, and some expert should be there to do all those things. It is very costly if you are having a server on your organization. You need to have an organ. If you are doing with some cloud, no need to bother about all those things. No expert is required, no backup, no security you need to maintain, nothing. It is, don't worry about all those things. So it is, cloud is cost effectively. You can upgrade or downgrade very easily. Accessibility is another advantage. You can access from anywhere. And reliability and redundancy. So these are the main benefits of cloud computing. So basically, the cloud computing uses the virtualization concept. Virtualization is nothing but in one hardware resources, the hardware resources can be shared. For example, the cloud they are using the traditional system. For example, the traditional system for the mail services, they are using this type of hardware, a separate hardware device for each service. If you are using a web, they are using a separate hardware device, a separate hardware resource, and some apps, they are using some separate hardware. But in the virtual system or a virtualization, what happens is a single hardware resource, hardware can be shared for different applications. For example, in a single hardware resource, you can install multiple virtual machines. We will see how it happens in the virtual machines. Okay, there are different types of virtualization, server virtualization and data virtualization. So in between, if you have not created any doubt in creating, I hope you are creating your Azure accounts. I hope you are creating Azure accounts. Okay, just to give your Azure accounts on the chat box if you have not, and you will receive a mail from mail. Siddharth will send some mail. If you're then some mail like this, you will receive a mail on your inbox. You just accept the invitation and you are ready to use your Azure account. So I hope you are having
Prince,
you all are
Prince, kindly share. Prince, sorry to interrupt. Kindly share this screenshot in the chat.
Yeah, sure. So I will share this type of mail you will receive. I will share the screenshot. Unfortunately, I can't send the screenshot now. I'll send it later. So anyway, this type of mail you will receive. This type of mail you will receive, and you just accept the invitation, and you are ready to use your Azure account. Okay, then we are talking about types of cloud computing services. What are the services provided by the cloud? So first service is a function as a service or a serverless computing. Function as a service or a serverless computing. What it means is, suppose if you are a developer, okay, if you are doing some development in PHP or some other programming languages, you don't worry about the underlying hardwares. You can just do the development. You can just do the development. You don't worry about what is operating system, what is the hardware, what is the other resources you need to develop all those things. Everything will be provided by the cloud. If you're not using the cloud, you need to set up everything. You need to have a nice hardware resources, operating system, some other platform, everything you should set up. Then only you can go for the development. Okay, if you are using the cloud, just ignore all those things. You can just go and do the development. So that is called serverless computing or a function as a service. You can mainly focusing on the functions that you are concentrating on. Then database as a service is another one. Database as a service. The cloud is providing a database. You can use just to use the database that is provided by the cloud. Don't worry about other things like database security, database backup. Okay, I hope somebody's mic is turned on. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so database as a service. The database is also one service provided by the cloud. You can use the database that is on the cloud. Just don't worry about the other things like database security. You just ignore all those things. It will be handled by the cloud. And the database security, database backup, all other things, how to install all those things. You don't worry about all those things. You can just concentrate on the database activities. So database as a service, it is provided by the cloud. If you're not using the cloud, what are the things you need to do to use the database? You know, because you are the faculty members, you know all those things. You need to install, you need to have a good hardware devices, maybe your computer or a server machine or some other things. You need to install some application and then only you can use it. So many things you need to do before doing your actual activity. You need to do so many things. You need to think about how to back up the things, how the security can be do, everything you need to set up before using it. But if you are using a cloud, just ignore all those things. You can just use the database. So database as a service and the container as a service. Container as a service is another service provided by the cloud. So what is Docker container and all other things. Currently, Docker container is there. If your application, if you want to deploy one application, you can use the containers and you need to set up the container, Docker container or other things, and you can deploy it. But if you're using cloud, you can the container is also provided by the cloud. And the machine learning as a service is another application. The Azure is also providing some machine learning services. We will see this thing in the fourth day, machine learning, how you can do machine learning things in Azure cloud. We are doing with the Azure cloud. So machine learning as a service is also provided by the service. So machine learning is provided by not only the Azure, AWS and GCP. Google Cloud Service is also Cloud is also providing all these things. And the IoT things also you can do with the cloud. Okay, then some cloud application. What all are some basic cloud applications? Okay, some basic cloud applications are online data storage, big data analysis, and antivirus application, cloud computing, education, backup and recovery, e-commerce application. These are some applications that you can do with the cloud. Okay, so these are things we already done. Characteristics of okay. These are the characteristics. What are the characteristics? I think you all knows. I think you all knows what are the characteristics of cloud computing. Okay, first one is broad network access. You can access the cloud service from anywhere because the cloud is handled by the you are accessing the resources through the internet. If you are having the internet, you can access your resources from anywhere from any device. You can use your mobile device, you can use your laptop, you can use your computer. From anywhere you can access your resources, because the only thing is you should have a good internet connectivity. Rapid elasticity, measured services, on-demand self-service. You are the king. You are the king. You can decide what you want to use, or not the organizations or somebody else. If you want to upgrade your system, you can just go to your cloud platform and upgrade it. You can use it. And resource pooling is there, pay per use. Okay, pay as you go. Okay, what is on-premise and a cloud computing? On-premise is nothing but on your office space, you are installing a server or the hardware is installed. Every resource is on-premise. On your place itself, all the resources are there. Physically, all the things are there. That is on-premise. But the cloud, in your premise, it is nothing is there. No physical space is required. You are accessing all the resources from the internet or from the cloud. So what is the advantage? So on-premise, there are some, okay, you are worried about software, hardware, power, cooling system, real estate, physical security, disaster recovery. All these things you should maintain on the on-premise resources, on-premise, on your organization, on your college or the university that you are working on. There may be some server will be there. You need to upgrade. Upgrade depends upon the number of participants, number of users. You need to upgrade it. You have to do it, and you need to purchase a new server sometimes. You need some more extra space and all those things. That is on premise, and you have to maintain all those things. But if you are using the cloud, no physical space is required because the on-premise, nothing, no hardware is required. We all using the hardware from the internet or from the cloud. Okay. Now there are different types of cloud deployment models are there. Private cloud is there, community cloud, public cloud, hybrid clouds are there, and some services are there. This is important. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and a software as a service. These are the cloud delivery models, cloud service delivery models. So first one is infrastructure. What do you mean by infrastructure as a service? Infrastructure as a service means cloud is providing the complete infrastructure. Cloud is providing the complete infrastructure. You don't worry about the infrastructure. For example, okay, I can show you. There are three types of cloud service models are there: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and a software as a service. In infrastructure as a service, for example, our virtual machines. We are going to create a virtual machine or some other things. We are going to create the underlying infrastructure. Everything will be handled by the cloud. For example, networking. Suppose you want to have a Windows machine. For example, suppose you want to have a Windows machine. What are all the things you need to have? You need to have a good laptop, good networking, good storage should be there. Everything should be there. But if you are using this on the cloud, the cloud will provide all those things: networking, storage, server, virtualization, and operation. Everything will be provided by the cloud or entire infrastructure. You need to manage these things: application data, runtime, and middleware. These are the things you have to maintain. Rest of the things is handled by the cloud service vendors. And other services, their platform as a service. Infrastructure, example of infrastructure of a service as the virtual machines and all. And the platform as a service is there. In platform as a service, everything, under all the platform, runtime, middleware, operating system, all these things is handled by the cloud service providers. We need to manage only applications and data. For example, Google App Engine. You don't worry about the underlying things. You can just create the applications and all. Another example is Heroku or some other things. So this is a platform as a service, PaaS. And software as a service, the cloud is providing the complete software as well. You don't worry about anything. Application, you don't need to develop the application. The cloud provides the applications as well. For example, Office 365. You are using Office 365. You can just use the application. Don't worry about all other things. Where it is installed, what is the networking part, where is this getting the storage system. You don't worry about all those things. Everything will be handled by the cloud. You can just go and use it. Office 365 or Google Sheet or Google some other things, Google Docs. You can just use that applications. You don't worry about other things, networking, runtime, operating system. Don't worry about things. That is software as a service. So these are the different service models provided by the cloud. Okay, this is some graph that is the interest, that is the job trends and all those things. Okay, you can see this graph is taken from this source. And is G. Okay, so it is getting increased. Cloud architect and cloud system admin. These are the different roles on the cloud. Okay. Now, before going to the break, I will show just familiarize the Azure platform. I will show you. In between, if you have any queries, you can ask your queries so that I can answer the queries. Okay. Not receive the mail. Okay. Okay. If you're not receiving the mail, please wait for some time, because it will require some time to send all these invitations. Okay, in between, if you have any queries, you can ask your queries, or you can drop. I have given the Gmail Outlook ID. Okay. AWS, yes. Azure and Google holds the majority of the marketplace, yes. Okay. Okay, now we are moving to the Azure Cloud Platform. I will familiarize you to how to use the Azure Cloud Platform. So once you are getting the invitation, in order to do all the activities or the hands-on, you should have an Azure account. So please provide your Outlook ID in the chat box. Siddharth will send you some invitation. The invitation, you will receive a mail, something like this, and accept the invitation, and you can log into your account. So go to this. This is our Azure portal. Azure is one of the cloud service providers by Microsoft. And another one is Amazon is there. Amazon Cloud Service is there. AWS, Google Cloud. These three are the major cloud service providers. So we are using the Azure one. So portal.azure.com. Just to go here and log into your. Okay, it is going to log in. Okay, yeah, because I already logged in. So this is my ID. Once you have log into your Azure portal, you can see a screen like this. This is the Azure portal. This is your portal. Here you can purchase or you can create your own resources. If you want some storage, you can take it from here. If you want a new system, new hardware system, you can purchase from here. If you want to have a MySQL database, it is there here itself. If you want to use some machine learning activity, the service is available here. Here on the left side, left top corner, you can see 3 lines. If you expand this, you can see this thing. And if you click over here, you can see what all are the services this Azure is providing. Here you can see this much of services are there that Azure is providing. Not only this Azure, some other cloud platform is also providing this type of services. AI-based and machine learning things are there. Analytics, you can use some other resources are there. For the computing purposes, something is there. Virtual machine and all those things are there. Containers are there. And a container is there. Databases. Databases. These are the services. DevOps and multi-cloud identity integration, IoT-based things. Okay, monitor things, security, web and mobile. So this is how these are the services provided by the Azure. If you are not don't know how, the exact thing, if you want to use a virtual machine or an SQL, either you can take that service from here, go here, click over here, all services, and if you want to create an MySQL database, you can check here and click over there and use that resource. Or you can just search here, SQL database, or simply database. SQL database. Here you can see SQL database and use it. So the search, I recommend to use this search bar instead of using these all services and see your things. Instead of using that, it is very easy to use this thing. And here you can see your dashboard. What all are the things you have created previously, everything you can see over here. This is the dashboard and all resources are there, and one resource group is also there. Okay, here the resource groups are there. I am going to delete this thing. As you know, this is not a free. Some services are free, but most of the services are not free. It is a pay as you go. How much resources you are going to use, that much amount you need to pay. But you don't worry about this payment and all those things. You should have a subscription. If you should have a subscription to use this Azure resources. You don't worry about this type of payment and all those things. We will add you in our company's resources. You are free to use the resources. The payment button and all those things will for us. Okay, here some resource groups are there. Resource group. What do you mean by this resource group is? Okay, before that, some resource group. Already some resource group is there. I'm going to delete this resource group. Okay, resource group is nothing but you can add your resources on this resource group. You can have a resource group and we are going to add all the resources in this particular group. What is the advantage is that if all the resources in a particular container or some other place, it is very easy to manage. Because this, for example, this Azure portal or this cloud service is not only used by us, somebody else is also using. But I am going to create a resource group. We all are creating the resources under this group so that I can easily monitor or I can easily manage the resources. I can see what all are the resources in this group. So I am going to create a new resource group. I'm going to create a new resource group. Okay. If you're doing anything over here, any activities, you can see the notification. Here you can see a notification. If you're creating any resources or if you're deleting any resources, if you're doing anything over here, you can see the activities. Now I try to delete one resource group that is already existing. That activity is going on. You can see all the activities here. That is a notification bar. Okay, let it complete. No props. Okay, now I am going to add a new resource group. So I am going to a resource group FDP. FDP. Sure. FDP ACT. Okay, I'm going to create an resource group FDP ACT. Under this resource group, we are going to use this resource group whenever you are creating any resource. We all are adding that resource in this group. Okay, I'm going to FTP. I'm going to create this resource group. Okay, the validation success, and I am going to create it. So resource group is created. So in this resource group, we are going to create all the resources. Okay, here this thing is there. Now, if you open this, there is no resources are there. It is a resource. So that is the resource group, and so resource group you can consider something like this. In this Azure portal, we are using this. We are attending this FTP. At the same time, some other FTPs or some other workshop or some our company's data may be there. Company's resource will be there. So in order to manage, suppose we want to know what all are the resources used by this FTP and what all are the resources used by some other person or some other group, we need to see. So in order to identify all those things, we need to group all those resources. So that is why we are using this type of resource group. So we are in a group. This FDP is in a group. So we all are creating the resources in the 5 days. In the coming 5 days, we are creating different resources and all those things. And we all are creating the resources under this FDP AICT resource group. So that it is very easy to manage and see who all are creating, how many resources are there, and all those things. Here you can see some other resources are also there, but we are using this resource group. Okay, the deletion is going on. Previously one. Okay, let it complete. Okay. Okay, whenever you are log into your portal, you may not see all those things. Here some services are, you can see here. These are the services I have previously used. That is why it is visible over here. That recently used the services you can see over here, and recent activities you can see. And this is the notification bar, and here your all informations you can see. If you want, you can switch your directly to some other things, and you can sign into some other account, but I am using this account, and you need to have enrolled in it. I am enrolled in this Edunet Band under that subscription. You should have some subscription. Either you need to pay by your credit card, that is okay, but we are giving you a subscription, so you don't worry about to payment, the credit card and all those things. If you are not using this thing, you have to register yourself and you have to provide your credit card and all those things to use the services. But in our workshop, we are using this thing, this Internet Weld. Okay, I can.
Prince, I have muted all. Prince, I have muted all. I think you are also on
Okay.
mute.
Okay. So in between, if you have any queries, you can ask your queries over here. Okay, my Azure portal gets open the login ID. Okay, but it is not subscribe receive them. No, the steps successful or not. Okay, you just log into your portal. You just log into your portal and make sure that you are under this folder. Okay, click here. Once it is login, you have to check the switch directly. You should use this directory. Okay, so this is the platform, Azure platform. So these are the Microsoft Azure. It is highly available, scalability, elasticity, agility, the geo distribution. You know all those things because we already discussed all those things. It is highly available. All cloud services are highly available. It is scalable because we can upgrade or downgrade. Elasticity is there, agility is there, geo distribution because we geo distribution means from anywhere you can access this thing. Disaster recovery is there. If something happened, the cloud vendors or the Azure will recover all the things. You don't worry about the recovery, data recovery, and all those things. Everything is handled by the Azure. And fault tolerance. Fault tolerance. If anything is happened, the Azure service provider, the Azure will take care of that things. So that is why we are using this Azure cloud. Okay, Azure portal. Portal is, as we already seen, it is a web-based thing. Web-based platform. So you can use go to this portal by using the portal.azure.com and give your credential. It is it asks him to log into your portal, and it looks like this. It looks like this. This is the Azure portal. It looks like this. Whenever you are going, this is the portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. Okay, from here, okay, here. Azure command line tools is also there. You can access the resources through the Azure CLI as well. PowerShell, Azure PowerShell is also there. You can see it from here. This is the thing, Azure CLI. From here, you can access the Azure resources. That is also provided by the Azure. In Azure, there is a provision to use Azure CLI. Command line interface is also there. This is one small activity. This is a very small activity. Okay, so this activity, I think you are doing in between. So I hope you all are having the Azure Cloud account. You just log into the Azure portal. That is the first activity. Just to log into your Azure portal. So whenever you go to portal.azure.com, this is the, I will share the link after the portal.azure.com. This is, okay, so portal.azure.com. I am just copying this link for you. This is our portal. Okay, it is, okay, thank you, Siddharth. This is the Azure portal. Whenever you are going to this portal.azure.com, this is the first page. You can see here you need to sign in with your credentials. Once it is successfully logged in, you can see a dashboard something like this. Okay, this is something like this. Okay, this is once you have login, you can see a platform Azure portal. You can see something like this. Not exactly like this. It is something like this. Here you can see some other recent things. If you have already previously used some resources, you can see all the resources in your home page. If not, it is nothing will be there. So this is how you have to log in your Azure portal. Okay. And there are different services are there. You can see all the services from here. Here some storage platform that we will see by tomorrow, how to use the storage and all those things. Okay. We are talking the storage by tomorrow. Okay, so this is one activity, one small activity. Just log into your Azure portal. That is one activity, and you just see, just to familiarize all those things. Here, what all of the service, how you can, if you click here, you can see all the services. Here, all the services are there. These are the most recent ones I have used. Recent, this is recommended. You can just see all those things. Okay, okay, this is my details. After login, you can see your details over here. If you want, you can, if you have some other account, you can switch it to that account as well, sign into different account. But in order to use this platform, you should have a valid subscription. I am using this subscription. You can see my subscription, my view account. This is my account. If you want to edit anything, you can do over here. Okay, you can see my subscription license assigned to you. My license belongs to EF subscription. I can show you my license belongs to. Okay, I don't know. This is my subscription. You should have a valid subscription in order to use the services. It is my subscription. Okay. And you can just now this is already see. You can see if you are doing anything over here, any activities like if you are creating any resources, new resources, or you are deleting a resources, or if you are changing some updating any resources or upgrading or downgrading, you can see all the notifications on there. What are the things you have done over, you can see all the notifications. Whether it is successfully created or successfully deleted, you can see everything in this notification. Okay, you just till now you just familiarize this all this portal, and after that I think it is that time. Okay, you just log into this portal, and I hope you all having the account. How many of you have cannot get it? Okay, you are already maybe allocated to this EF subscription that we will do. Don't worry about that. Okay. Completed registration. Okay. Those who are registered, please log into this Azure portal. And if you have logged into the Azure portal, please share a screenshot on the chat so that we will see. Those who are completed the registration and are able to log into the Azure portal, please share your screenshot. Please share your screenshot on the chat box. Yeah, I can see Priya ma'am. Okay. Okay, log into the Priya ma'am logged into the Azure portal. I can see Smita, Neha ma'am, Chandrakant Patel. Yeah, happy to see the screenshot. Those who are completed those who are done after login, please share the screenshot. Okay, I can see from Suresh Kumar sir, Dr. Shankari ma'am, Ibn sir. Okay, Gupta sir. Okay, you can see. Okay, it's a wonderful thing. Thank you. Okay, nice to see. Okay, I hope you all able to log into the Azure portal. And those who are logging, just familiarize, just see what all of the services are there. You just go here and just see what all of the services provided by the Azure. You can see all the services provided by the Azure. Those who are logging, those who are completed the registration and all those things, you can just log into the Azure portal and see what all of the services provided by the Azure Cloud. Okay, Sony Bag mom, okay, Janki mom, okay, Sridhar sir, I can see, okay, Sravindi mom, okay. Okay, please tell me how to log into the Azure Cloud. Okay, Sravindi mom.
Sir, my chat has been disabled. I'm not able to understand how, so I'm not able to share my screenshot.
Okay, thank you mom. Anyway, you have logged in, thank you.
Yeah, sir, I have logged.
Okay, good. Thank you mom. Okay, no mail received. Don't worry, we will send the mail soon. If you are not received any mail, don't worry, we will send the mail once again. You don't need any credit card, don't worry. How to access the free of cost Microsoft Azure? How to access a free of cost Microsoft Azure? I hope Microsoft Azure have a student account. I'm not sure now it is available or not. Okay, you can Azure student account. Okay, you can, if it is a student, yeah, the student account is there, but you need to provide the student ID card. Then Azure will give you 15,000 credit in your Azure account and you can use it. But you need to provide some ID card to prove you are a student. That is the only way. If you're not a student, then you need to have a credit card and create the account. But don't worry, in this workshop, we are creating the account and we are giving the subscription. You are free to use. Don't worry, in this workshop, in these 5 days, you don't worry about these things. We will creating the account and you are free to use these Azure accounts. And to log in the Azure, how to download the authenticator app. Okay, you can just go take your smartphone, mobile phone, go to and download the authenticator. Install the authenticator in your mobile device and it will give a one-time password. You can give this password on the Azure portal and you are logged in. Just download the authenticator. For faculty members, how there is a question by Ujwal. All the faculty members can access students' account with their ID. Email not received. Google. Okay, okay, I can see Lakshmi Srivastav mom. Oh, sorry. Okay, it is going to log in. I can see. Okay. There is a question how to log in the Azure Cloud. Okay, I am going to sign out and I will show you how to log in. This is my Azure account. I am going to sign out. Okay, see how we can log in. I already created the account, accept the invitation and all those things. Just to go to this portal, portal.azure.com. Here, you need to provide your ID, email ID that you have given to us. So this is my email ID. It is already there. So click over here. Click over here. It will ask for the password. Enter the password and click sign in. Stay signed in. Okay, I am just signed in. Okay, it will access my authenticator app. So just authenticator app. I need to enter the. It will two-way authentication. 97. I am using my authenticator app and I am logging. This is how you can log in. You need to have an authenticator app if you don't have it. Okay, those were completed, but please share the screenshot. Please share the screenshot so that the question I'm saying that. And there's a question. Oh, Juan, I'm saying that it is not possible. It's possible to access the Azure for students through the faculty mail ID. No need to any ID card. I think it is you can't. You have to prove yourself as a student. If you are a faculty mail ID, I think you can't use the student's credit. But mom, don't worry. You can use this mail ID, and we will give you the subscription, and you are free to use. Okay, Viswanathan sir has shared the screenshot. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, Priyanka ma'am also shared, I think. Okay, Jenny ma'am also shared the screenshot. I think those who are completed, please share the screenshot and just to see, just to explore this portal. What all of the services you can just see what all of the services are there. Those who are created the account and able to log into your Azure portal, just share the screenshot on the chat. Just share the screenshot. I can see so many screenshots are coming. Okay, thank you all the faculty members. Yeah. No subscription yet. Don't worry, we will add you in the subscription. Don't worry. Okay, but logged in. Thank you, ma. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Google, sir. Okay, I can see a different screenshot. Okay. Logged in. Thank you. Okay, logged in. Okay, I can see. Okay, I hope all. Okay, somebody raise the hand. If any queries, please feel free to ask. Okay, so the sir also shared the screenshot. Okay, created the login. Okay, Sagrika mom. Okay, login. Okay, Mamda mom. Rajit sir also I think created. Okay, so sir ask, can you see again about the authenticator app? Authenticator app is you can go to the Play Store and download MS Authenticator. You can just in the Play Store, you just open the Play Store. Okay, let me open my Play Store. So the Authenticator app, and I just type Authenticator, MS Authenticator app. Microsoft Authenticator. You can go and download, install Microsoft Authenticator app from the Play Store. Once it is done, you can log in the this thing. You can add this account. You can add this account, the portal.usher.com, into your authenticator app, so that you will receive next time you are login. You will receive an OTP in this authenticator app. It is a two-factor authentication for the security purpose.
I have shared the link of Authenticator app in the chat. Please check.
Yeah, Microsoft. It is a link. You can just open the Play Store and just search for Microsoft Authenticator. Okay, those were, I hope you are created login based Azure portal. So next, what we are going to see is what you mean by virtual machine. One service provided by the Azure. So it is a virtual machine. So virtual machine, okay, I will tell you one small scenario why this virtual machine can be used. Okay, suppose you are doing, okay, somebody you are all the faculty members, you are doing a PhD degree or some other things, and for that case you need to do a big project. For example, a big project that requires a very high computational power machine. For example, a machine learning algorithm or some algorithm you are trying to build. That requires, in order to run this thing, you need to have a very good infrastructure or a very good.
Prince, kindly share the screen. Actually, your screen is not visible.
Oh, my screen sharing has gone. Okay. Okay. So we will talk about the virtual machine concept, why this virtual machine we are going to use. Okay, as a faculty members, you are maybe using the PhD for your PhD degree or something. You are building an algorithm and you are running your application, but it requires, assume that it requires a very good infrastructure machine. You should have a very good high computational power machine to run this algorithm. In your laptop, in your local machine, it is not running, or it is going to run very slowly. Then what you need to do, either first option is you can go and purchase a big machine. It is very costly, but this is required only for this purpose only. After that, there is no use. For only executing this particular program or something, you need this for 1 month or 1.5 months for doing this project or this activity. For this particular purpose, in order to buy this, you spend this much of amount, means it is a waste. No need to. So what you can do is you can create a machine. You can rent a machine from the cloud as your requirement. You can rent a machine from the cloud as per your requirement. This much of GB. Suppose you need 1 GB RAM machine. You need 1 GB RAM machine, or this i7, i9 processor with some 8 core or 18 cores and all. You can create a machine on the cloud and you can use it. The first option is very it is very costly. If you purchase really the physical hardware you need to purchase, means it is high it lose your money and all those things, and after 1 or 2 months it is going to waste. So in that case you can create a virtual machine on the cloud. Okay, when you're creating a virtual machine, you don't just create the virtual machine. The other services are also provided by. You don't worry about other things, networking, storage, and other things. You don't worry. It will provide by the Microsoft Azure. Okay, now how you can create? How you can? Okay, there is some other things. What is virtual machine and all those things? We will see all these things while we are doing the hands-on session. Okay, remote access, how you can access the, once you have created the virtual machine, how you can access that virtual machine. It is through RDP and SSH. We will see these things, don't worry. What is RDP, remote desktop, and secure shell. Okay, this thing we will, okay, create a Windows virtual machine in Azure Cloud. And I will show you how you can create a Windows virtual machine. Okay, I will show you how you can create a Windows virtual machine, and after that you can do by yourself. Okay, after the break you can see this. You can do by yourself. Okay, okay. These are some steps are given in the slides, but okay. Just go to the Azure portal. Just first you just see this on my screen. Okay, go first log into our Azure portal. Our first activity or first thing one we are going to do is we are going to create an Azure virtual machine. We are going to create a virtual machine. We should have a machine. We are going to create a virtual machine. Our requirement is this thing. In order to run our project or something, I need have a very high computational power machine that I am not able to purchase. Really, I can't purchase it because it costs 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. I don't have that much of money. So what I am going to do is I am going to create a virtual machine on the cloud and I am going to use it because I need it is for only 1 month or 2 months. For that period of time, I need to pay some price. Okay, that is okay. It is around 2,000 or 3,000 rupees. That is okay. Instead of spending 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs, I am ready to pay 2,000 in order to do these things. So I am going to create a virtual machine. I am going to create a virtual machine. So how to create a resource? It is a resource. How to create a resource? Either you can create a resource over here and you can see these are the resources are there. You can select the resources. That is the first method to create a resource, but I know what the resources I am going to use, or what you can do is you can see, click over here, click all resources and check where, all services, click all services. You can see virtual machine somewhere here, and you can click over that and create a virtual machine. That is another option, but we are going to do with some other option. We are going to do some other option. That is the simplest way. Just log into your account, and we are going to create a virtual machine. We are going to create a virtual machine. So just type virtual machine. Virtual machine. Here, the first one, virtual machine. Click over here, virtual machine. Here there is an option. Here there is an option to create virtual machine. The plus icon you can see it for creating the virtual machine. So click plus. I am going to create a virtual machine. So I am going to create Azure virtual machine. Okay, I am going to create Azure virtual machine. You need to provide some details. Definitely, you need to provide some details. First thing is under which subscription you are going to create this resource. Why this resource group or subscription is required? Because Azure resources are definitely, it is a cloud platform. It is not at all free. It is a pay as you go. How much resources you are using, you need to pay. So some charges we need to apply. So you need to specify under which subscription we are going to use this service. So you all are under this EF subscription. Your all account are added to EF subscription, so you can use this subscription. So money will be debited from this subscription. This subscription, EF subscription, that is our company's subscription. So you can use this subscription. And the resource group, under which resource group we are adding this resource. You just keep in mind, if you are creating any resources in this 5 days workshop, you should add this resource in this particular group. Don't create any resource group. There is a resource group called the FDP AICTE. Okay, I can see some other resource group. I am going to delete that resource group that is created by somebody else, I think. Okay, other resource group created by somebody else. I am going to delete it for not clashing, not making confusion. Okay, you can see if you are doing anything, any activities, you can see these activities over here. Okay, now we are doing with. Okay, we are going. Okay, virtual machine. I am going to create a virtual machine. So go to just search on virtual. This is the step. First step is log into your account and just search the virtual machine. We are going to create a virtual machine, and plus create Azure virtual machine. Now we are here. First thing is you need to mention under which resource subscription. So only one subscription I am having, EF subscription. Select the EF subscription. And the resource group, it is very important. It is very important. Don't create any new resource group, because the one resource group is already created by us, that is FDP AICTE. You can see this one. The second one is I am going to start deleting it. It will delete soon. So FDP AICTE, under this resource group, we are going to create all the resources in the coming 5 days. All the 5 days we are creating all the resources in this particular group, so that we can manage it. It is very easy to manage the resources. We can see who all are created, how many resources are there in this group, everything. It is very easy to manage all those things. So don't create any new resource group. We all are in a particular group. We are in a group. So this is our group, FDP AICTE. So what all of the resources you are creating, just add these resources in this group. No need to create a new resource group. No need to create a resource group. So FDP AICTE is our resource group. And don't delete as well, okay? Because we are creating something, so don't delete this resource group. That is a complete. Okay, I know. So we all are faculties. So all the resources will be on this resource group. And we need to provide the virtual machine name. We are going to create a virtual machine. Okay, so we can give some name in this virtual machine. So virtual machine name is, you can give any name. You can give any name. I am giving FDP sample, FDP VM, FDP VM, FDP virtual machine. I am going to add Windows. Just mentioning it is a Windows machine I am going to create. I need to create a Windows machine. I need to have a Windows machine. That Windows machine I am going to create with a nice configuration. Because in my laptop, I don't have such a configuration. That is why I am going to create a virtual machine on the cloud. It is a Windows machine we are going to create. So I am giving the name FDP VM Windows. The name I have given. And the region. Region is nothing but it is where this resource should be allocated. Definitely you need to select a region which is very closer to you. So you can go and select Central India or somewhere near to you. So in order to reduce the latency, you can use the, okay, here something is there, South India, West India is there. You can select anything. It is very, it should be closer to you. Otherwise, it may seems that some latency will be, some delay may be happen. Always select a resource and very near to you. Okay, now no need to availability option, availability on that you need no need to change these things. Image. Okay, then another thing is image. What machine you are going to create. If you click here, you can see different types of machines are there. Different types of machines. Different types of machines. If you want to create a Windows machine, Windows is there, Ubuntu is there, 2022 is there, Ubuntu, Oracle, so many machines are there. You can, if you click here, you can see all the images. You can see all the images. See, this many images are there. This many images are there. You can select anything that whichever you want, you can select it. So we can, I am going to select, okay, I'm going to FDP VM Windows. That is the name I have given. So I am going to create this virtual machine, Windows Server 2016. You can also select some other Windows version as well. Windows 11 Pro is there, but it may be costly. So I am using this one, Windows 2016. Okay, architecture is x86. Okay, now if you want, you can upgrade this machine. It is currently I am using standard B1S. B1S is nothing but it is the price calculation. See, you can click here one CPU is there, 1 GB RAM. This is the cost for this one, 800 per month. You can, if you want 3 GB, 16 GB, and you can click all sizes, see all sizes, and you can have multiple images are there. You can select according to your requirement, But I am going to select the cheapest one. So it is under B1, B1S attire. Right. Next thing is, once a machine is ready, you have to log in. You all are using the Windows machines, so it should have a username and password to log in. You have to provide what should be the username and password. That before creating the virtual machine, you should provide the username and password to log in that particular machine. So I am giving the username as FDP and the password as this thing. This is my password. You can give a strong password. Definitely the password should be strong. Some criteria should be there, uppercase, lowercase, and some other criteria. You should follow the criteria. This is my password. So username, this you should remember, otherwise you are not able to log into your virtual machine. So this is my login and this is the password. And how you are going to connect to this machine? You can connect either through different, what are the ports you need to open. If you are integrating HTTP site, then a port 80 should be open. If you are secure HTTPS, then 443 should be open. The SSH is not at all required. We can connect it through RDP for now. Okay, any queries? If anybody have queries, please. Okay, so this is the I have opened the port and I am going to click next. Okay, here you can, if you want more disk type, if you want, you can change it, but I am not going to change these things. If you want more storage and all those things, you can select all the other things, but I'm not going to change. In the networking, you can set the IP address and all those things, but we have opened the port. The virtual machine is going to create on the cloud, but we need to connect it. Not to connect, one port should be open. That is why I have opened this RDP port. RDP port is open, and there is some HTTP website we are hosting on the that virtual machine. Then the port 80 for the HTTPS port should be open. Okay, now it is. I have opened all those things, and I am not going for load balancing and all those things. Okay, non-management, I am not going to do anything. Okay, monitoring, I am not going to do. Advanced tag, nothing. I am going to add anything. Tag, sometimes you can do something. Okay, FDP, I am going to add some tag and review and create. Whenever you are review these things, you can review all those things. It is going to validate whether your inputs are valid or not. It is validating, so validation is getting passed. And so we are going to create a virtual machine under this subscription. Money will be debited from this account, and under this resource group, we are adding the resource in this resource group. My virtual machine name is this thing, and the region that is closer to you. And this is the machine I am going to create. It is a Windows Server machine, Windows Server 2016 version. This is the 1 GB memory and all those things. Okay, now I am going to create. Click on create. It is going to create. It will take some time to create it. We need to wait for some time to create. Let's say additional already exist. Okay, already exist. Locations of India. Okay, somebody created with this name. That is why I am not able to create with that name. The virtual machine name should be same. Somebody already created with that name. So I am going to create under this resource group. I am going to create Prince. My name Prince VM. Okay. Okay, my username I am giving FDP and the password. Okay, I am going to review and okay, no, okay, I am going to open this port as well. It's not compulsory, but and I am going to review and create. Okay, you can see this is the cost for this one per month. Okay, now the deployment is happening. You can see here, okay, now you can see the status over here. These are the activities I have done so far. You can see all the activities in the notification. These are the activities. Deployment is in progress. Okay, we can wait for some time. Let it deploy. You can see individual what the activities is going on. Here you can see what is the status of all those things. Okay, now the deployment is complete. It is completely deployed. And they click on go to resource. This is my, you can see the details. You can see this is my virtual machine. Virtual machine name is Prince VM. And under this, sorry, under this resource group, status is running, up and running. Okay, it is a Windows machine. What is the public IP address of that machine? This is required. My public IP address is 20. In order to access this machine, this IP address is required 20.55.79.98. This is the public IP address of that particular machine. DNS is not configured. You can see all the details under here. What are the properties, monitoring, all the things you can see over here. Okay, now my virtual machine is ready. My virtual machine is ready. And if it is currently running, and if you want to stop this virtual machine, you can stop it. Stop means that virtual machine is still there, but it has stopped. But you can restart. Not to restart the machine, you click over here, the machine will automatically restart. Now it is in the starter stage. It is running stage. You can see it is the running stage. Okay, if you want to delete this resource, you can delete complete. If you no more require this resource, no more require this virtual machine, go and delete this thing, delete this resource. But if you're deleting, you are not able to run again. You need to create a new virtual machine. That is delete. Stop means it is something like a shutdown. It is something like a shutdown the machine. That is stop and restart and start. In order to turn on, you have to come here and start the machine. Now it is started. Okay, now machine is ready. How to access that machine? Our machine is ready. We have created a Windows machine. How to access it? There is an option. There is an option called connect. Click on connect. You can see this is the IP address 20.55. It is my virtual machine. Your may be different. If you are creating, your address may be different. 20.55.79.98 is my virtual machine's IP address. Okay, that is good. Now everything is up and running. Now what I am going to do is I am logging to my this is my Windows machine. Okay, our virtual machine is there. You can go to, we are connecting with FDP. Our virtual machine is ready, up and running in the cloud. In the cloud, we are connecting through RTP port. Whenever while we are creating this virtual machine, we have given the option to connect via RDP, remote desktop. So I am opening remote desktop. So I'm running, or either I can use remote desktop directly. Yeah, remote desktop connection. Here you need to provide the IP address. So I am copying the IP address. Our virtual machine IP address. I am going to connect this virtual machine. The virtual machine is this thing that is on the cloud. This is my virtual machine. I need to connect to that virtual machine. So connect to this virtual machine and okay, you need to provide the Okay, my IP address is this thing. Copy. I am pasting over here. Username FDP. It will ask for the password. Okay, password. Password is this thing. Whenever I am creating, I have given the password and username. So this is the password. So it is going to certification. You can click yes. Now we are going to connect to that virtual machine. You can see 20.55.79.98. It is a cloud-based virtual machine. This is the virtual machine we just created. We have just created. You can see this is a. It is a Windows machine. It is a Windows machine. We have just created the Windows machine. First time it is setting up all those things. Okay, this is the home screen or the desktop. It is setting up everything. So now we have created the virtual machine, Windows virtual machine, and I have logged into the virtual machine. It is something like our machine. It is a machine itself. You can do all those things. You can create a folder or you can store the files. You can run the programs. You can do all those things. It is a virtual machine that is on the cloud. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, now the virtual machine is ready. This is the virtual machine. This virtual machine is on the cloud. Okay, I hope it is clear. So it is a time for a short break, and we will come back by 12 o'clock or 15 minutes break. And after that, you can try from your side as well to create a virtual machine, a Windows virtual machine.
Sir, good afternoon, good morning. If you can just share the links and the video, we'll be able to practice. We'll be sending by the evening.
Yeah, definitely. After this session, we will share the link because the session is recording and we will share the recording as well.
To the Outlook email address, right?
In this chat itself, you can see the recordings.
Yes. One more thing I wanted to add. I am pasting the attendance link. Okay, basically in the chat itself. So that's a Google form. So kindly fill that form.
Siddharth, sir.
Yes.
Siddharth,
Yes,
actually,
ma'am.
I have problem with the authentication. Subscription is not attached to my account. I have a problem with the authentication app.
Ma'am, kindly refresh it, and if you can share the screenshot here regarding subscription, it will be really helpful for me.
I am not able to go to Edunet direct. That is not the. I am able to log in, see the Edunet directory, but I am not able to go. It is asking some authentication.
Which authentication, ma'am?
I will share the screenshot.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, is it mandatory to have Outlook account for getting
Definitely,
the
ma'am. It is mandatory. It is mandatory. That is why we have shared all those details previously as well before starting of this workshop. That kindly share the Outlook email ID to us.
Actually, the issue is I forgot the account which I have given. I forgot the password for that. I'm trying to recover that, but my problem is not getting resolved. So I'll be creating a new account and I'll be sharing the account here. And then please resend the invitation link to that account.
Please share the password. Please share the account detail over here, ma'am, in the chat.
Definitely, sir. I'll share. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Sir, I can see one screenshot in the chat that because your subscription is not added. So can you share your Outlook ID and we can share the subscription in the Outlook ID? bitmesra.ac.in. I think Nirupam sir is there. Nirupam sir. So that is why I think your virtual machine is not working properly.
So that's all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
sir.
Dr. Naveen Kumar. So I've created my account. I mean, like I use my Hotmail account and I'm able to access the Azure, but I'm not able to see any subscription information there because I'm not able to find any directory as well as I'm not able to find that resource group resource that was created by AgentNet.
This subscription is not given to you. Can you share your email ID in the chat, sir?
So I've shared multiple times and I'll share it again, sir.
Okay, sir. After the break, we will discuss all these things. Okay.
Yeah, I have shared the email ID, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Siddharth, sir, I'm sharing now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, action required. It is giving like this. When I click on next, it is not.
Ma'am, can you please repeat it? I lost you.
Actually, when I'm going to switching the directory to Edunet, I'm getting this screenshot.
Which screenshot? The screenshot which you have shared.
Yeah, action required.
Ma'am, that is the error. I think your ID is of Manipal, right?
Yes, yes.
So, ma'am, that is why we have asked previously for the Outlook IDs. Previously, just before starting this workshop, we have asked for the Outlook IDs.
Yeah,
that is the main reason behind it, because your organization is manipal.edu and maybe you have some different subscription at your place.
Okay.
So it is required to have an Outlook ID if you want to attend this workshop, because see, it's the subscription we are giving from EduNet side.
Okay, I have the Outlook ID.
So kindly please share this Outlook ID, and we'll be connecting around 12:05 again. And
Sir, I have shared my Outlook ID also. I am Nirupam from BITMesra. So please add this Outlook ID nirupam.achievers@outlook.com.
Okay.
Yes, Siddharth sir, I'm also facing the same problem.
So what ID you have given, sir?
Chellatamilan@outlook.com. CHELLA. I have shared it in
what I can do, sir, I'll be sharing one Excel sheet with you, and if you can give all the name, means all the IDs which are having the problem and not getting subscription, I'll be sharing those things in the chat. If you can help me out to fill that Excel sheet, that will be really helpful.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be sharing within 10 minutes to you guys. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's come after the break, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
अटक गया 17 पे 12 11 ओ 8 7 फिनिश का प्लान कर देगा बोला आया था मेरे पास मिल गया होगा कुछ ना मुझे दिख रहा है क्या
Okay, I hope all of you back. Okay, now I hope you can do create a virtual machine from your side. Please create a virtual machine. Please create a virtual machine. Windows virtual machine.
यहाँ पर participants are
Okay, please create a virtual machine on virtual machine. This is how you can create a virtual machine. We already shown you.
टू लगता है फॉर्म नंबर 3 साल में ऐसे करवाते हम कौन
I will show you how you can create a virtual machine once again. Go to your portal, portal.ashar.com and search on virtual machine. Virtual machine. Okay, search on virtual machine. Okay, so here I can see somebody has created some virtual machines and up and running. I can see Arena Windows. Okay, this is some other virtual machine. Okay, virtual machine I can see. Princess and Caesar, Sringas. Okay, okay. I can see some virtual machine. 13 virtual machines are created. Okay, I request others please create a virtual machine. Please create a Windows virtual machine. This is how you can create a virtual machine. Go to the Ashar portal, portal.ashar.com, and here on the search bar, just search for virtual machine. Search for the virtual machine, and there is a plus icon is there. Plus icon is there. Create and Ashar virtual machine. Select on Ashar virtual machine. Here, select the resource group. You should select this resource group FDP AICTE. This is the resource group for our 5 days workshop. So we have to select this resource group and virtual machine name. You can give your name FDP, and with your name, you can give your name. Okay, this is the virtual machine name, and here change. We are going to create a Windows virtual machine, so not Ubuntu. You can click some Windows variant. There are different Windows variants are there. You can select anything that you like. Here I am selecting Windows 2016, and you need to you have to provide the username and password, because in order to log into your operating system Windows machine, you have to provide a username and password. You have to specify the username and password over here. Based on this one, the Azure Cloud can create a virtual machine for you. It will reserve a virtual machine. In order to log into that particular machine, you will require these credentials, username and password. So provide username and password, then review and create. Make sure that this RDP port is open. Make sure that, because we are going to connect. And after you are creating the virtual machine on the cloud, you have to connect to that virtual machine. You have to access it. In order to access that virtual machine, this RDP port should be open. Make sure that this port should be open. And you can review and create it. That is the only step you have to use. So create a virtual machine. Create a virtual machine. And here I can see only 13 virtual machines have been created. I can see 13 virtual machines created. Okay, somebody created Linux virtual Linux machine, but if you are creating a Linux machine, You can't use RDP because Linux is not supporting RDP. Remote desktop, only Windows is supporting RDP. We will after that we are going to create a Linux machine as well.
Excuse me, sir. It is asking for authentication when we try to create it.
Okay, whenever you are login, right?
When you have logged into virtual machine, sir.
No, I wanted to create virtual machine.
Okay, we'll repeat the entire process. We'll repeat the entire Prince. Let's do it from the start.
Okay, I will show you how to create a virtual machine from the start. Okay,
From
first
the
to log
start.
into your account. Yeah, first to log into your account. I hope all of you have logged into the account.
Yes, I will log into my own account.
Yeah, your own account. Make sure that you are having an active subscription, EduNet World.
We don't have subscription.
Okay, if you don't have subscription, I think you can't create a virtual machine. So please provide your email ID in the chat box so that we'll give you the subscription. Okay, don't have the subscription. Make sure that you are having the active subscription to create a virtual machine. So I am having the active subscription EduNet World. So after you are having subscription, if you don't have the subscription, post your Gmail email ID, Outlook ID in the chat box.
Yeah, I posted in sandbox right now.
Okay. I'll wait for some time. Okay, and wait for some time so that will give you the subscription. Don't worry. So after so your subscription is ready, you can just search virtual machine. We are going to create a virtual machine.
Okay.
Search on virtual machine. And here we are going to create it. So click on this create button.
Prince, sorry to interrupt you. I can see multiple IDs with with university domain name and Gmail. I kindly request every teacher, every faculty that we cannot give it on Gmail or it on your university detail, on your university domain. Please give Outlook email ID, ma'am, sir. I request all of you. And please put it Outlook ID, because see, if subscription won't be given, then I think these virtual machine we cannot able to create these much virtual machines. We want the Outlook IDs.
Okay, please provide your Outlook ID here. Okay.
So then do we need to create a Jode ID on Outlook email ID itself?
No, ma'am, we will give you subscription. Then you just need to go to portal.azure.com and just need to log in.
Okay. I have
you
already
will already
given,
mapped
sir.
with the you will already mapped with the subscription.
Okay. I have already submitted in the Google form itself and many times in the chat also. Thank you, sir.
Okay, please provide your Outlook ID. Okay. Done. Krishna sir, please provide the Outlook ID. Okay, it is provided. Okay, thank you. Yes. Thank you, sir. So you will be allocated a
Sir, if this is your Outlook ID, but it is on your Alliance domain, alliance.edu.in, and it is separate domain. It is not the domain. Maybe this domain is purchased by your organization, but we cannot. We are not allowed to give on these kind of a domain.
Yeah, Krishna sir, I think given some
you have to give the
IDs
Outlook ID, sir.
Outlook ID is there. krishna.ankala@outlook.com.
Yeah. Yes. It is in the chat box.
Yeah.
Shashwati.debnath@alliance.edu.in. I have got this ID again in the chat. You can check.
No, sir. I gave you
Shashwati ma'am.
हमने वो आ जाएगा, मैं उसको पैसे निकाल ले बाहर.
Shashwati ma'am, please provide the Outlook ID.
Yes, I'm creating.
My Outlook ID was given as krishna.ankala@outlook.com.
Yeah, Krishna sir, your ID. Okay, we received it.
हाँ, वो थे ही नहीं. पनीर वाले कहाँ मिले थे?
Always give an Outlook ID.
पनीर नहीं, पनीर की बात हुई, मैं पनीर के लिए आई।
Yes.
पनीर वाले करता ना,
Okay, I will mute
पनीर
the
को आलू उसमें
board.
कोटिंग करता।
Hello, sir. Sir, is it
yes.
necessary to create the MS Team ID? That MS Team ID is redirected to the Outlook ID as well as Azure ID.
Yeah, you have to provide the Outlook ID at outlook.com. It is something like at outlook.com. The ID you have to give.
Yes, sir.
ID
I don't have the Outlook ID, but when I log in through the MS Team ID, then it is directly redirected to the Outlook ID as well as Azure ID.
Okay, but I think not to
Sir,
give the subscription.
Sir, I am sorry to say that's your domain ID, sir.
Okay.
I got the screen of
Maybe that is on Outlook. Maybe your company is running on Outlook.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter, sir.
It's considered as the Outlook ID.
That can be
Yes, sir,
Outlook
yes, sir.
ID, but we want definitely to be on Outlook domain. We don't want in your company's domain,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so after this one, after the successful login,
machine.
I will show you how to create the virtual machines once again, so that you can create by yourself. Okay, go to this one and search for virtual machines, virtual machine. Click on this virtual machine, and there is a create button is there. Create a resource or create a virtual machine. Azure virtual machine. You can see the option Azure virtual machine. Click over here, and here you need to provide different options. That is the only thing you need to provide. The first thing is make the year subscription. Year subscription. You should have a valid subscription in order to create, either by your own or this one. We will, if you are provided your Outlook ID, definitely you will be allocated this year subscription. You can select this year subscription. So you can select this year subscription. It will be there. And you have to add this in FDP AICTE. Some other resource group is also I can see. Don't add to that resource group, only add to this resource group, so that we can manage the things. We can see who all are created the resources. How many resources are getting created. It is easy for to manage all those things. If it is in the other resource group, it is very difficult to go to. We need to move to that resource group and see the resource. If it is everything in a single resource group, it is easy for us. So make sure that you are adding the resources in this group, FDP AICTE. Okay, that is the first thing. Then second thing is you have to give a unique name in this particular resource group. Unique name. You can give your name. You can give your name. If it is already allocated, you have to select for some other name. In my case, I am giving Prince. Okay, this is the virtual machine name. And here we are going to create a Windows machine, not the Linux or Linux based machine. We are going to create a Windows machine for now. After that, we will definitely going to create a Linux machine and going to connect. We will do it. But now we are going to create a Windows virtual machine. So always select an image from the drop-down menu. You can see different Windows machines are there. You can see Windows Server 2022 is there. Server 22 Data Center Edition and Generation 2. You can see different one. Based on your selection, it has some configurations and some hardware there. The price may be increasing or decreasing. So I am selecting Windows Server 2016. Okay, this image I am going to select. I am going to create Windows Server machine. one server machine. And I am going to create the size
Sorry to
of
interrupt,
this one.
Prince. Sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
Prince. Everyone kindly update the Excel who is having the issues in the IDs or in the this. Kindly update the Excel which Shashank has shared in the chat. We are working on it and will be give everyone the credentials, but kindly update that Excel which Shashank has shared. Prince, can you reshare that Excel?
Where we can see the Excel sheet, we didn't give any link.
Sir, it is in
Okay.
the
Oh,
chat.
okay.
Sir, it is in the chat.
Link.
At 11:58.
We'll check that Excel sheet then.
The timer stamp is 11:58.
Okay, okay,
Chat
thank you.
record.
Yeah, okay, this one maybe. Yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Shared, Prince. I've shared it in the chat box again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, it is already shared.
I request every faculties to please, if you have facing any issues, please update it in this Excel. We'll provide the subscription, the name which are already added. We have already given the subscription to them. If you have any issues, any challenges in subscription, kindly add it in this Excel sheet, please.
Okay. Okay, then if you have any issues, so please update in the Excel sheet. We will rectify. Okay, I will back to our virtual machine creation. Just click on the create button. So just plus on create virtual machine, and you need to provide the subscription and resource group and virtual machine name. It should be unique in the this particular group, and the region you have to select closer to your location. You can select from South India or the Central India based on your location. And the one important thing is select the image. Select the image. The images should be we are going to create a Windows virtual machine. So always select a Windows variant. Don't select Linux based machines for now. We will create it later. But now you just create a Windows machine, Windows virtual machine. So I have selected Windows 1. And this is the memory and other hardware requirements. If you want to, it is up to your requirement. So you can have the different sizes are there. You can go and select it. Virtual machine name. I have here this thing. One CPU needed. Okay, I think it has been done. I am going to create another one. I think for subscription next. Just check whether you are able to create it. In my case, I am not able to. Let me check some other region then. Okay. I need to provide the username and password. Username, I am giving some username, and the password should be with the certain criteria are there. You should give a strong password. It is your Windows password. It is going to be your Windows password. Okay, this is the username and password. I am going to create a virtual machine, Windows Server 2000 on this particular zone. And make sure that this port is open, RDP port is open. If you want, you can enable HTTP and HTTPS. And just review and create. That is the step you need to follow to create the virtual machine. So after creating the virtual machine is creating now. It is you need to pass the validation. Validation is passed, and just a click. Just a click on the create button. It is going to be created. You can see in the notification what is the status and all those things. Submit the deployment. You can see the status. Okay, deployment in progress. It will take some time to create, deploy the things. You can see the status here. Now this thing is a virtual machine created, networking, and whenever you are creating a virtual machine, some other things is also getting created, networking part and all other things. The Azure Cloud will create all other things. You can see the status, what all other things the deployment is in progress. Once it is done, you can see it is succeeded and you are ready. Your virtual machine is ready to use and we are able to use it. Now I am going to deploy. The deployment submission has given. It is getting deployed. We need to wait for some time to complete this process. Once you have done, you can connect to this virtual machine in two ways. First thing is you can open the remote desktop in your machine and give the IP address of the virtual machine and give the username and password. It will automatically log in. The second thing is you can directly download the RDB file and simply double click it. Okay, now you can see my deployment is completed. Now deployment is completed. If I am going to see the resource group, this is our resource group. You can see what all the resources are there. You can see this many resources has been created. I am very happy to see. I can see so many resources has been created here. So many resources can be created has been created. You can see if you click here virtual machines, you can see this many virtual machines has been created.
My error message is coming like this. I've shared the screen.
Yeah. Sir, you are sharing the screen?
Yeah, I've shared.
Yes, sir. Please. Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah, please.
मेरा में भी error आ गया. Validation failed आ रहा है.
Yeah, sir. Are you sharing the screen? Because I can't see the screen now.
Print screen I have shared through the message.
Okay, let me check. Okay, it is not received in the chat. So
Sir,
now.
either share the screenshot or you can share your screen, sir.
Okay, I'm just sharing the screen. So screen कैसे scroll?
Okay. Validation failed. Click for the details. Infrastructure network subscription. Okay. Okay, sir, can you go to the basics? The first one. Go to the first tab, basics. Okay, come to create virtual machine. Create a virtual machine. Yeah, click on virtual machine. Okay, yeah, here subscription and select the resource group.
Select the resource group, sir.
Yeah, that resource group you can give, and the virtual machine name you can give with your name.
Then you have just told the South India.
South India or
Okay.
Central India, whatever you want to select, depending upon your zone.
Depends upon your location. Select
South India or
yes. Yes.
Then this I have no infrastructure. What I have to choose this one here.
Come down and instead of Ubuntu, check.
Not Windows 11, sir. Windows Server. If you are installing server, then you need to select Windows Server. 2016. Select 2016. Go down, sir. It is Windows Server 2016. Yes, sir. Data center.
This one, share.
Windows Server 2016, sir.
Windows Server 2000. It is not there.
Sir, it was there previously in the list. You have clicked on this complete list. You can, yes, you can check.
Yeah, 2016 is there. Windows Server 2016. Go up and yeah. Okay, this okay. Okay, in your zone it may not be available. This image is not completed. Okay, what you can do is select another image or change the zone.
This one.
Windows data center. Come down,
Select
sir. Just
2019.
yeah,
2019.
Okay, that may be there.
This one.
Okay, that is there. Okay, you can do this one and give the username and password.
And please note the password, sir, because this password must be required by you. Password. Sir, in the password and in confirm password, both you have to write. Kindly open all the ports apart from RDP. HTTP, HTTPS.
No, review and create.
No. Yes, click on this. Yes, click on this. Do you have sir, you have, please go back, sir.
इससे पूरा जाना।
Sir, on the top bar, type virtual machine. On the top bar, type virtual machine. Let's create. If you want to create, let's create it from starting. Don't waste time. Yes. Select virtual machine. Create Azure virtual machine. In resource group, type FDP AICTE. Yes. Any your virtual machine name. If you want to do Central India, otherwise you can do it for US, East Asia as well. Any region. It totally depends upon your requirement.
US East Asia.
Go down, sir, availability zone. Now just select Windows 2019 server. Type a username, type a password, then now kindly check this as well before review and create. Would you like to use an existing Windows Server license?
Yes.
Yes. Check it, review and create.
I confirm the eligible one.
I confirm. Review and create. You can see validation pass now.
Validation is passed.
Okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now you can
Okay.
unshare your screen. Prince, can you please?
Yeah. Okay. Please create then they connected via Andy.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Can I share my screen? Sir, I'm still facing the subscription issues. Though it's
Pardon, ma'am?
I am still facing subscription issues, though in the Google form it has been written that added outlook.com email ID added. Remarks is there, but still I am facing issues. I'm not getting
Okay.
I'm neither getting resource group nor subscription.
So, ma'am, have you added it in the Excel sheet, ma'am?
Yeah, I have added in the Excel sheet, and you have added their remarks added against my email ID. Serial number
Shashank,
one.
are you there? Shashank?
My Outlook ID is in the serial number one itself in the Google ID, Google form.
No, ma'am. I have I'm talking about Excel sheet, not Google form, ma'am.
Yes, oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I'm also talking about a Google Excel sheet, and I wrongly mentioned Google form. Sorry. The collaborative Google sheet, I mean Excel sheet we see you have shared.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, actually, I have done all the process and I have created the virtual machine successfully. But at the
Okay.
time of remote accessing, like remote desktop control, I have access. So it is saying
Yeah.
some error key you are not able to like connect because that. Then I have checked my configuration at my system, and my system is Windows 11.
Okay, you can just go to remote. Yeah. Okay, can you share the screen so that I can help you?
Actually, give me 2 minutes. I'll share.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, actually, I had a supervision. That's why I could not join the morning. So I don't know what to do next. Actually, I got a link.
Okay, you just create. Okay.
How to create it? That's why I don't know. Actually, I was not there. No? That's what the issue.
Okay, first go to Outlook ID. You have to give
Yeah.
in the chat box. Okay, then your account we will create with some subscription. You have to log into this portal.azure.com.
Okay.
Then create a virtual machine. That was the step we have done so far.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So I'll do it.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, I have given my Outlook ID, Dr. GR Patil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have checked Outlook mail. There is no mail at present.
Okay. Okay, sir. Please give your mail ID in the Excel sheet provided over here.
Okay. Mail, this Excel sheet is in chat box.
In the chat box. In the chat box itself.
But I am trying to open chat box. I'll just see. Is it editable?
Yes, yes, definitely. You can add your email ID over here. We will create it. And whose machine is this one? You can see Naresh who's sharing the screen now.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, is it your machine is shared now or somebody else?
This is our institute machine.
This machine. Okay, right. So I think you have a valid. You have logged in and you have the subscription. You can definitely create a virtual machine. No issues in that. Just go and create a virtual machine.
But I'm not able to give my email ID in Excel sheet.
No, sir. Is it your machine currently shared now? I can see one screen. Is it your screen now?
No. I have given my
Naresh.
email ID.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir. What is your email ID, sir?
patilgr@outlook.com.
Okay, can you send in the chat box once again, sir?
Actually, yeah, I'll send it.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Somebody's screen between. Sorry, sir. Somebody's screen is shared now. I don't know whose screen is shared. Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, Kumar, sir.
The create while creating the Azure machine, virtual machine, it is with preset configuration or without preset configuration. He is asking two options while creating the virtual machine.
Can you share the screen, sir, so that I can help you?
Okay, I'll do it.
In the chat, I have shared the a screenshot of the Google form where in the serial number 1, my Outlook email ID is there, added remark is there, but I am not getting a subscription in my Azure platform, Azure portal. What to do?
Okay, let me check with Siddharth.
And we have
and
given you the subscription. I don't know why it is not reflecting. Kindly, can you change your browser or can you relog in it again?
Yeah, better log in, ma'am.
I have many times
log out and log in.
Log out and
log in, and can you log in incognito mode, because we have given the subscription from our end. if we can't give subscription, means if we cannot give subscription, we won't be able to give subscription to any other people, means like all these other faculties also. We've given you subscription. I've checked.
Okay,
It's at client side. Maybe it's at client side. And I request all the faculties kindly unshare your screen. Maybe you must be having doubts. You can type your doubts in the chat and we'll be resolving those.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Hello,
Yes,
excuse
sir.
me. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
I'm
Prince has
not
told
able
me
to
to share the
provide the
screen. That's why I
size
shared
actually.
it.
You don't need to provide
A size actually for creating virtual machine. I want to give the size.
Yeah, in your zone it may not be supporting, ma'am. So you can check with other zone, other region.
So I have given the South India. So
Okay, South India, some other configuration may not be available, so you can check with some other region.
And you can give any other region like US or maybe all the virtual machines of that specific region is completed.
okay.
You can
So
give you can
Central
give
US I
US,
have given.
Central US or
Yes.
any other region, because the region can be anything, because these are the things we are using for demonstration.
Okay. Then size is selected automatically. Size has been selected.
Yes.
So this is fine.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Thank you.
While creating the virtual machine, what should be the option should be selected, like Azure virtual machine or Azure virtual machine with
Sir,
preset
we will be
configuration?
sharing you the
First one.
we will be sharing you the recording. You can go through the recording, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir, you can go with the first option, Azure virtual machine. While creating the virtual machine. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So then in disk and networking, so we should not put anything, right? Just to next.
Yes. Yeah, no need to provide anything on the networking part and all those things. Actually, by default, things you can do.
Okay, so just review and create, right?
Yes. Just to check whether validation is passed or not.
Our validation failed for the following steps.
Shivnath Kumar, sir, can you turn off your camera? Shivnath Kumar, sir, can you? No, ma'am. Have you created I accept all the terms and condition?
Yes.
Because validation cannot be failed. There must be something which is missing from your end, username, password, or any other thing.
I have given username, password.
Ma'am, we will be sharing you the recording. You can go through the recording.
Okay. So run with Azure spot discount. Shall I click on that? Spot discount.
Ma'am, you need to create on Azure virtual machine. Then you need to select a resource group, that is FDP, AICTE. We have already.
Yes, I selected.
Then you need to select which virtual machine you need to maintain. Then you need to give the username, password. Then you need to enable all the ports. Then you need to click on I agree all the concepts, and then it will go in. Otherwise, it will give error.
I have done, sir. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying again. I'll not waste
Yes,
time.
ma'am. Please check.
Yeah, thank you.
Because this is the only process.
I hope you have created, those who are created. This is my virtual machine is ready. Okay, let me check my screen once again. In between, somebody's camera is turned on. Okay, this is my virtual machine.
I don't know who has shared the screen.
Okay, somebody's screen is shared again.
Prince, you can share your screen.
Yes. Okay, this is my virtual machine. I can see so many virtual machines.
Prince, I request you from the starting, means from the starting, let's create a virtual machine, and then you can give all those things from the starting only.
Yeah. So first of all, we are login. Let me log in once again. Okay, after login, your screen looks like this. Here we are going to create. If you create a virtual machine, you can see the virtual machine option over here. If you are not here, the first time you can search the virtual machine on the virtual machine. You can search And here the create button is there. We are going to create a virtual machine. Create button is there. These are the steps you need to follow. So plus the click on this create button and select the first option, Azure Virtual Machine. Azure Virtual Machine. Click on this one. And here you need to provide some options. That is the only thing. This is the step. Here, what all are the options? Here, subscription you need to provide. It is compulsory. Resource group, you have to be in some other resource group somebody created. We have to be in this resource group, FDP AICTE. Select this resource group. And the virtual machine name you have to give. I am giving Prince, but this name is already existing. So I am with the Prince 1. This is my virtual machine name. And you can select any region near to you and select the image, which operating system you need to create. I am going to create a Windows machine. Here you can select different Windows machines are there. So I am selecting Windows 2016 or something. Okay, Windows 2016. This one I am going to select. But this option is not available. I am going to change the zone to some other region. Here Windows 2019 or 2016. Okay, and here you need to provide the username. Here username I am giving FDP, and you have to give always a strong password. This is my password. Always remember this username and password, otherwise you are not able to log into your machine. This is username and confirm the password. So username and password you have to give, and make sure that your RDP port is open, because we are going to connect that machine through this port, RDP port. Okay, optionally you can enable HTTP and HTTPS and review and create, or if you want you can click on this one and I confirm and review and create. Check for whether validation is success or not. Okay, validation passed, message is coming. So that this is the cost. It is per hour 0.8 rupees, not even 0.8, not even 1 rupee per hour. So it is very cheap, and I am going to create it. It is going to create now. So the deployment is progress, and you can see the deployment will success in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, deployment in progress. You can see my virtual machine is going to be deployed. We need to wait for some time. Here the notification, you can see the status. Deployment is in progress. Okay, now it is created. The Windows virtual machine is getting created. It is created on the cloud. And the IP address is this one. You can
Prince, your voice, your line is on unmute. Mute.
Prince, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah,
Poonam ma'am, you have raised your hands. Poonam ma'am, you have raised your hand.
Yes, sir. I have raised my hand because I have discussed that I am not able to remote access control. I had to saying like, is there any other way to connect remotely?
Yeah, Windows machine, you can connect it through RDP port. There is two options is there. Either you can go to the Windows machine and the remote desktop, give the IP address and the username and password. And the second way, you can download this RDP file is there. Select, let me check. And you can see the download option. Click the RDP file. This is the easiest method. Click the download. I have downloaded it. Just double click it. And
Sir,
it will, yeah.
I have checked also for that, but still it is not working, sir.
Okay, just RDB
Ma'am,
file.
have you opened
And
the
then,
RDP port and HTTPS port?
Yes, sir. I have opened. I have downloaded and I have clicked over there, and it is not working, sir.
No,
It is
ma'am. While
the
creating
same
virtual
problem.
machine, have you opened RDP, HTTP, HTTPS, and SSH? These ports.
Yes, sir. I have clicked all four checkboxes.
Ma'am, can you please retry, because if these ports are not opened, the connection won't be, we won't be able to establish a connection.
Sir, I have selected all four.
okay. Can you share the screen, ma'am? Then I can help, I think.
So I'm not able to share my screen actually. Option is
Oh,
not enabled.
okay. Okay, I
Ma'am,
don't
I
know
think
what
you can
happened.
watch the recording. I think that will help you out. We'll share the recording, ma'am.
Okay, after downloading the file, after downloading the file, RDB file, just double click it. That's it. And click on connect. You don't need to remember this IP address and the public IP address and all those things. Just click connect. It will ask you username and password. So my username is FDP and the password is this one. Make sure that you are giving the correct username and password, and RDP port is open. Okay,
So
connecting it and click yes.
I have followed all the things, but still it is saying like I have opened my setting, desktop setting, and I have watched the video, and there is like
Okay, what may be the error, ma'am?
So just listen one thing. It is saying like your home edition of Windows 11 doesn't support remote desktop. So what should I do?
Oh, Windows 11. Okay.
Windows
I'm also
11
using Windows.
supports. We all have Windows 11 Home Edition only, ma'am.
But it is
Ma'am,
saying
can you
here
share
as
the
well.
screenshot, ma'am?
Yeah, I will share, sir.
Okay, Santosh sir created the virtual machine. So once again, after virtual machine is created, yes, definitely, sir.
But it is saying like this. I have shared the picture.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I have done. Santosh Kumar as well.
Okay, sir. Okay. Happy to see, sir. So after creating the virtual machine, what you can do is click on this connect button. Okay, go to my virtual machine is this one. Virtual machine is this one. You can see the connect option. We need to connect it. Click on this connect. And we are going to connect to this virtual machine. So how can I connect is open remote desktop. We are going to connect with the remote desktop because we are enabled the remote desktop RDP port on the cloud. So through remote desktop, we are connecting it. Remote desktop, open the remote desktop, give the IP address. This is the IP address 20.4036. Okay. This is the IP address. And we can connect it. It will ask you username and password. You just provide the username and the password. That is the only thing you need to do. So it will and click yes. then it will connect to your cloud machine. Because it will connect to the remote machine, the cloud machine. You can see now I have access to my remote machine. It is configuring. It is first time it is turning on, so it will take some time to set up the desktop and all those things. Okay, so I hope it is clear. If anybody have, we will definitely share the recordings of this session, so you can watch this recording and create a virtual machine. So at least try to create a Windows virtual machine and connect through RDP. So this is one task, one small task for you. So I request all of you please complete by today itself. Okay.
Sir, Naveen sir, if your host system is Mac OS, then you can install virtual machine, and inside virtual machine you can install Windows. Prince also have this Mac OS as a main operating system. He has installed virtual machine, and inside that he is doing all those stuff. Prince, can you demonstrate?
Okay. So you want me to install virtual box or something kind of that platform, and I need to create a virtual machine inside that, and then from that I need to connect to remote. So we can't have this Microsoft. We can't have this Microsoft Remote Desktop installed on Mac and directly we can connect to it. Is it possible? Because
remote desktop is not remote desktop is available in the Windows machines.
No, sir. There is in App Store. There is one Microsoft Remote Desktop is there from Microsoft.
Okay.
Which helps us to connect to
if it is there.
Yeah. No, but the problem is I'm not able to connect. I have that.
Yeah.
The ping is showing me connectivity is there, but through that Microsoft Remote Desktop, I'm not able to connect.
How I can after connecting? How can I connect it with remote desktop?
Okay. Now to connect the remote desktop, this is the step. Okay, this is the step. Go to here and just search remote desktop connection, and give the IP address. Give your virtual machine's IP address and click connect.
From where I
to
get
this machine we are going to connect.
From where I get the remote desktop option.
Okay, go to this start button. Here the start button you can see. Click over there and search for remote desktop. Remote desktop connection.
Or in the run Windows R, type MSTSC. I have given you in the chat. Click on run and type MSTSC.
MSTSC. Yeah, here you can type MSTSC. It will open the same position. You will be in the same position.
MSHTMC.
MSTSC. Yeah, in the chat box I think it is there.
MSTC.
Yeah, I will type, sir. MSTSC. I will type in the chat.
No, friends, I have already typed.
Okay.
After remote access, connect करना होगा, connect पे click.
Remote desktop. Okay, not enabled. Okay, it may be because of this reason. Maybe your RDP port is not open. You may be turned off. Once it is there, your machine is there. Don't stop. Okay, don't click the stop. Make sure that your machine status is running. Then only you are able to connect it. Make sure that your machine is up and running.
And sir, kindly enable the networking services in your system as well, so that remote desktop service automatically enables.
कहाँ से आए? Networking services.
Kindly open services and start all the networking services at your system. So remote desktop connection will work. Ma'am, this is just because of ma'am or sir, this is just because of the networking services only that you are unable to connect.
नहीं अभी नहीं हुआ.
Okay, so I can see so many machines are anyway connected. 43 machines, virtual machines created in this resource group. I am happy. So we have created this much of virtual machine.
Apart from it, sir, sorry to interrupt, parents. Tomorrow we will be showing you how to create this Linux virtual machine as well. That will be on SSH. That doesn't include RDP. Okay, that will be on SSH. So, okay, sir. So that will be on SSH.
How to start the remote services?
Sir, it is in the net. It is basically these are the local services which are available in your desktop, and this is available in the networking section of your services.
Network and internet. So
yes, network and internet, and it is basically in the services section. These services are disabled. If these services are disabled, sir, you won't be able to connect to any of the network. Not only Azure, any of the network. Let's suppose if you have installed LAN, that means local area network, and on the area which you are working. So on premises connection will you will not be able to get on premises connection as well.
Actually, I am getting through Wi-Fi, and Ethernet is there, dial-up connection is there, and proxy server setting is there. So in the settings panel, I am just checking out of this.
No, sir, it is not. It won't be there in the setting panel. It will be there in the services panel. Services.
In the system services.
Yes, services panel. Because it is not the problem of Azure. It is not the problem of cloud. It is the problem of your local system, sir.
Okay.
Sir, added the krishnamohan.ankala at outlook.com. Can you please add?
Sir, we are adding, sir. Please add all these details in the Excel sheet.
Yeah, added in the Excel sheet, but it was not added. Your comment was not visible in there.
Yes, sir, we are adding. Means we are on it. We'll be adding.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, we have created so many virtual machines. Okay, others who are not created yet, please try to create it. Please watch the video. We are share the recording soon on the chat itself. So I think we can wind up now, and we can see
Sir,
tomorrow.
where we can see the recording through email.
In the chat itself. In the chat itself, you can see the recording.
Apart from it, Shashank or Shashwatan will also share the link of the recording. Don't worry, sir, in the WhatsApp group. And I have again shared it this Excel sheet in which you need to enter your ID, sir.
Okay.
Shashwatan, do you need to add anything?
No, I think if you're closing, I'll just take 1 or 2 minutes to close the session. So yeah, I think I hope like everybody has enjoyed the session today, and thank you so much for all your active participation. And a few things to remind all of you. I think when we start the session, I was seeing like 150 plus participants, and now it's almost like 230. When I see like 10 minutes back, it's 230 plus participants. So I think few of the people have joined a little late. So only my request is like please join on time, so that like otherwise we have to repeat the same thing. So I kindly request all of you to join at 9:20 tomorrow. 10 minutes we can have an informal catch up, and then 9:30 by sharp we will start the session. And today I hope like all of you have registered for the LMS. But today you may not be in the position to log in before 5 or 6, because like backend we have to do some sort of like approval. So if you have not registered it, please register before 5 o'clock. So I mean after 6 o'clock we will try to do all the backend, and you can access that LMS.
How to reach to the LMS, sir? How to reach
Sorry?
to the LMS? Have you given any link?
Yes, sir. Maybe I can also post the link in the WhatsApp once again. So you can register in the LMS, and you can't access it immediately. Maybe tomorrow morning before you come to the session also you can try to access that. And when you access, there will be one baseline test. You can also try to fill that baseline test before you come for the session, but don't try it today. Maybe you can try it tonight or tomorrow morning to access the LMS, because we have to give the approval at the back end. If you're not able to log in, don't get panic. We can also take 10 minutes tomorrow morning. We can also sort the issues, like if there is any challenges in access. But again, you can access only tonight or tomorrow morning. And yeah, regarding the time, please join on time. And this is about the LMS. I think that's it. So thank you so much. I hope you all enjoy the session. Tomorrow, again, we can meet at 9:20 and have a delicious lunch. And thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And also, please mark your attendance in the attendance form if you're not done that. So just a reminder for that.
We have the attendance form, sir.